to live. All right. So we're going to have to get right back into it. So, where we left off last time, kind of a general description first. You all are preparing to make your move on the Runelord of Greed himself, Karzug. Now, you know Karzug is in the hidden city of Jin Shalast. It was a city during the Thessalian Empire. It has since kind of acquired a, El Dorado, lost city of gold type vibe in this country, but having the opposite of those stories normally where people seek them out, people actively avoid this city. They think it's cursed. You find out that a pair of dwarf brothers, the Veckers, who to this day are kind of synonymous with failure, people call failures Veckers, went out on this mining expedition and claimed to be able to find Jin Shalast. You found their old cabin through like divinatory practices, artifacts, and made your way inside, only to fight a undead tree outside and to encounter ghosts and haunts within. Things that took over your mind, made you eat arsenic, and as a wild wendigo howls in the distance, ghosts of dwarfs past, dwarves who were forced to eat themselves after being snowed in, have possessed several of our team members. Now, we are basically going to keep it going the way that it currently is. So at the moment, Odral is being eaten on the ground. I believe only Lucian has taken a bite. Badid is shortly going to take a bite when he comes back. Agnar is closest to Cantham, who was not possessed, but Agnar is possessed. The succubus is not succubus, Alu demon. Aurelia is also not possessed, and you're not sure how long this creepy effect is gonna be lasting, but we are still in initiative, and we're gonna jump back in with that, unless anyone has any questions or clarifications before we keep going with that.
Yeah, if you can tell me what the hell I'm gonna do, I'd be appreciative.
I think you're gonna stick with, because it was so late in the game when we figured out different abilities and stuff. I think we're just gonna assume that you still are possessed, and then
okay,
we will see what results from that. So currently, we are midway through, effectively what is round 9 in terms of seconds that have gone by during this extremely powerful haunt. More powerful than any haunt you guys have seen in your lives, including the incredibly haunted house that is now your home base out by out near Sandpoint, your manor, Foxfield Manor. All right, so Lucian had just taken a bite. Next up, Odral's already down. Sorry, let me tab back over to my GM screen. My Roll20 is just refreshing for a hot minute, so I'll continue the initiative order in a second. But next up, after Odral, would be Aurelia. She is going to make a strength check to try and grab you, Cantham, and fly out the door. Now, this strength check is going to be pretty easy. You're small-sized. It's going to be
I'm a tiny little guy.
It's going to be a DC 5. However, it is still snowstorming outside. So once she gets outside, she'll also have to make a fly check to continue away from the cabin. So if you want to pull up her sheet, mine's still loading in from that refresh.
I got it right here.
All right.
It'll be privately sent to you for some reason still.
That's okay. I'll be able to see in the chat. Let me tab back over. There we go. And of course, as always, welcome to our lovely viewers. Where did she go?
Oh, she's under Cantham right there.
Okay, that's fine. I thought I had just deleted her by accident or something.
Nope, you did not. But she got a 22 on that strength check.
Okay, she just like flying over you sinks her taloned feet into your shoulders. It probably like hurts a little bit, but that's not really her concern right now. And just tries to fly full tilt, whatever one move action is for her, out of the Vecker's cabin near the ground floor. Go ahead and make a fly check.
Why is it taking Agnar with it? Sorry, dude.
It's
Just
okay,
taking...
I'll move him back in a sec.
I got him back there.
Oh, okay, cool.
And... where are your skills at? There you are.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there you go. Nat 20. On the fly check.
20. This blizzard of presumably like magical origins, as it swept in so fast. And you guys, I believe it was Lucian who on some very, very high knowledge checks determined a lot of facts about Wendigos, one of which is that they can control the weather, especially up north.
Forgot the Wendigo was out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had more pressing
out of
concerns.
The frying, out of the frying pan.
I will say, I did say you could hear the howls as this was going on. It is Cantham's. If Cantham and I'll say on your turn you can make a perception check, see if you can hear where those howls are coming from.
Oh, he's out.
Oh, right. Okay. I mean,
for like an hour or something like that.
Yeah. Aurelia can make one.
Yes, she can. But 35.
35. Yeah. Okay. So she would know that the howl is scary, but it is very, very far away, and like if it was closer, it would be affecting you more anyway.
Gotcha.
All right. So with that very successful escape on a nat 20 fly check, that effectively is going to bring us back to Agnar moving in to also take a bite of O'Drawl. However, Cantham, since you guys are out of the haunt now, at this point it's just the three trying to like raw eat O'Drawl, so we can actually skip through the next couple turns since you successfully made your getaway. After about 18 more seconds, those of you who are possessed feel the spirit leave your body and are left with bloody hands and bloody mouths looking down at O'Drawl. I need
this guy in our group.
Yeah, I need all of you. I'll have Badid roll it when he arrives. He has just some holiday business to take care of. But Lucian and Agnar, if you want to go ahead and make a will save as you see what you have done. All right. Lucian, you come out of it and you're just like, you're a very rational person. You're just like, it's the effects of a haunt, you know, what can be done? Everything's fine. Agnar, you're just like, oh gods, what the fuck? What's happening? And you, my friend, are gonna take some wisdom damage as you realize this horrid thing. Do you say anything to him, Lucian, as he's just like freaking out?
No. It's not your fault. It's something you couldn't help.
It tasted so good and I feel so bad.
Oh, so rough.
I'm not gonna lie, it didn't taste terrible, but it wasn't your choice.
Not So Long Pig isn't my least favorite.
All right. Not so long.
Because he's a dwarf.
I got it. You were so quick on the draw with that one. All right, you're gonna take 5 wisdom damage as this happens.
5?
5. You just ate a party member. Yes. What, it's gonna be like a D2? Yeah, you take 5. Okay. So, however, at this point,
Sorry.
the Aurelia would kind of feel the haunt subside
So, there for you.
and could bring you back in. Give me 1 second to get the right picture. All right. Those of you who ate arsenic before and saw a mysterious dwarf ghost.
An antifungal, I think.
Are you good to You might want to mute yourself. Just so you know. I can hear you, Ethan.
Talking about my dog. Sorry.
okay.
His medication. His allergies are flaring up really bad.
All right. I'm going to make this token a bit bigger so you guys can all see. I just dropped it under Cantham. All right. This ghost appears once more. Although this time, before he was kind of like insane and encouraging you guys to like eat dirt laced with poison, his mind seems to have cleared a bit. His manifestation seems a bit calmer. As he speaks, it is very disturbing though. You see, he's a full-bodied dwarf. As he speaks, what looks like bite marks and pieces of him gradually like tear off, live with this like patchwork effect. But this time, he speaks to you coherently. You're alive? You beat the hunger? I sense it in your blood. Greed. You seek the city of greed. You should abandon your quest, lest you end up like me, cold, dead, eaten. But I suspect you cannot be swayed. Know that I know the way to Jin Shalast. I can show it to you, but only if you bring me my brother. He died on a ledge in the mountains a mile's walk north from the cabin. I can feel his soul still out there. Still hungry. Still insane. Bring his bones to me, so that I might reconcile with him. Once he is at rest, I will show you the way to Jin Shalast, so that I might rest as well. With that, the patchwork effect reaches his face, and he fades from your view. So, that being said, night is approaching and it is storming. From the top of the cabin, you guys were able to see like the edge of the mountain range, essentially, probably the ledges that he was talking about. That would be from the like top floor windows up here. It is up to you guys whether you want to go out in the night or try to rest here, unless anyone has any like sort of teleportation to bring them back. But I think, Lucian, you'd used up your teleports to get here, if I'm not mistaken.
Greater teleport to get here. I still have 1 teleport to get out.
Okay. Would you guys?
Can't them still asleep?
At this point, I think after like once the ghost fades and the haunt's like gone now, Aurelia would be able to shake him awake because there's no like active problems going on right now.
All right. Because Cantham still hasn't seen that O'Drawl's was,
O'Drawl
supper.
Is for sure supper. However, you guys would know there are 2 different cities that you are positive have high enough clerics to raise him, especially because his body is intact. That is either Corvosa, which is in like the very bottom southeast corner of Varizia, or Magnamar along the coast where you guys have been before.
Would we know which one's closer?
Let me double check my map. Alright, Varizia. I'm just expanding the country map. You guys are currently in the Kodar mountain range. You guys are basically at like the most northeast position. Fuck. I love games where I take out a ruler.
Yeah, that's way out there.
Magnamar is a farther distance than Corvosa. Corvosa is about 460 miles or so. Could you make that jump, Lucian?
Yeah, they're both on the corner of the map. One's east, one's west. I see him now.
Yeah. One is like the bottom of the coast on the left. One is the
100 miles per caster level, so...
Oh, you
Yeah,
could definitely make it
see.
then. All right, so, I mean, at that
Hell
point,
yeah.
it's, dealer's choice. You can make it to either city.
Well, Cantham, first thing he's going to do when he wakes up is look at Aurelia and thank her profusely, even though I know she probably didn't want to do it. I greatly appreciate it, and I will reward her appropriately shortly.
She inclines her and she's like, you instructed me to protect you, and with you unconscious, this seemed the best way to do it.
I agree. I certainly think it was, and I will grant you your freedom to live your life as you see fit shortly. But I have another matter to attend to. And I will look at O'Drawl and be like, what the fuck just happened?
She raised an eyebrow. She's
What
like,
happened to O'Drawl?
do you guys tell him what happened? Or do you try to obfuscate the truth here?
Oh no, we're gonna tell him everything.
Okay, well, yeah, what do you say?
Ragnar is. I don't know
Then-
what happened. I kind of blacked out, and then we were eating a draw. It was the whole thing. I don't know what happened.
All right, well,
Jesus. How does Cantham respond to that?
definitely some shifty eyes at the members of the group, especially the two newest additions. Like, I mean, he's used to seeing this kind of shit from Agnar. He swung at the team a few times. But definitely some shifting eyes at our two newest recruits. But Cantham full-heartedly believes that whatever we're working on, whatever we're doing, takes second place compared to getting O'Drawl out of here and resurrected. I don't think this is something we can do without him. So I will look at Lucian and see if there's a way he can help make this right by getting us to a city, or at least take O'Drawl to a city and get him resurrected for us.
Whenever you're ready, we can go to Magnamar. I would choose Magnamar just because it's the one I know most.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Perfect. Would you be able to take all of us, or just a couple?
I think you can take all of you guys now. You can bring one
Bring one additional willing.
per
medium or
3
smaller
cast
creature.
5
levels.
plus me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, then you're good. You can get all of them.
All right.
You kind of like form a chain touching Lucian's shoulders. He does these like crazy fucking magical gestures. And as he does so, chants in the arcane tongue, and you teleport through time and space and end up back in Magnamar. Now, you would know from a previous visit, about book 2 or 3, I believe, that the biggest temple in Magnamar is in the Naus district, and that is the Cathedral of Abadar. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you guys that. Ooh, excuse me. That map again.
Isn't that who O'Drawl worships?
O'Drawl worships Sarenrae.
Sarenrae, that's right.
There are also temples. No, there's not a Sarenite temple there. I apologize. The main temple is Abadar, which is in the Naus district, which is like up here. There is also smaller temples to Desna, Calistria, Aristol, and Pharasma.
Yeah, I believe Agnar spent some time at Calistria's temple.
I believe he did, indeed.
He sure did.
Kind of zoom out so we get a vibe for how big this fucking city really is. All right. If you guys bring his body, hearing that people are coming up the steps with like a semi-chewed human, you see a incredibly tall Gurundi man stroll out of the cathedral. You see he's wearing a gold key with several like silver clasps shaped like keys on his robes. Give me a knowledge religion check, if anyone has it. Lucian and Cantham, you guys would know that this, you don't know what his name is, but this is the archbanker of this temple. He is like the head priest. What is going on here? They say a man has been murdered and eaten. The Lord of the First Vault does not stand for such acts.
Well, unfortunately, neither do we. But besides that, word obviously travels fast, but regardless of what happened, we need him resurrected. And I'll toss him a bag of coin out of my own purse.
All right. So since you guys could do...
And now I'm broke.
A raise dead, that is 5,000.
Perfect.
Because you guys have like the whole body. That will come with some negative levels, but not terrible. You could also pay for some restoration, or probably O'Drawl could just restore himself. He takes the gold and. All right. Abadar knows the power of coin, and that's an equal deal is an equal deal. But he holds out his hands over his holy symbol, and a glowing gold, like the pale, cold, metallic gold of coins, spirals around you all. And he's like, in this zone of truth, tell me true. Was this your fault?
Yes, it was. And then Agnar just spills his guts, just like feeling super guilty about everything, just like rambling on as fast as he can.
All right. He listens, wrapped, and he's like, very well. There were forces outside your control. I understand. Come. We must bring him to the altar. He carries you guys in. There's like this massive cathedral, branches off. Not like a Catholic cathedral that's in kind of that general cross shape. It is a narrow front section with a giant circular dome. The whole building's in the shape of a key. He brings you to the altar, the center of the domed section. He takes the coin, puts it on a pouch in his belt, and pulls out a handful of shimmering, beautifully cut diamonds. With some muttered words, prayers you can't quite understand, they shatter into a fine powder in his hands, which he slowly sprinkles, some on your forehead, O'Drawl, some on the heart, and then just a general circle around your body, and begins to pray, holding open a copy of the Order of Numbers, his holy text. Unto each thing is given a role to play in the world that fits perfectly with all others. With each turn of every tiny wheel, civilization spreads to cover the world. Order and prosperity must flow forth. As he continues this chant, O'Drawl, we're going to go to your spirit in the outer planes. All right. Any thoughts from O'Drawl, you think, as he first appears in Pharasma's or in a Saren Ray's realm?
Pretty much just what in the name of all that's holy just happened.
All right. So you find yourself within the realm of Nirvana. Saren Ray's domain stands on the far side of the Sea of No Shadows, a crystal clear inland ocean whose visibility extends so far down you can see the sand at the bottom. Saren Ray's castle is in the distance, largely sealed except for petitioners and her divine servants. However, as you stand there, you are met by an emissary. Trotting up to you is a beautiful, shiny-coated golden retriever. Gently nudges your hand. What do you do?
I'll, I don't know, do what I do with the dog and pat him on the head. Hello.
As you pet his head, sorry, I didn't mean to play that. His tongue...
It's like, oh shit, what do you do wrong?
No, I don't know why I did that. Oh, I hit a keyboard command by accident. As he comes back, as you pet his head, his tongue lolls out, his tail wags, and then in a flash of golden light, you see not a dog, but a hound archon, like an angel with the head of a golden dog, like a retriever. Give me a knowledge religion check. As you see that his hair seems to be, his fur is like literal shining gold, almost like the sun. On a 20, Odral would know that this is Charlaboo. This is a unique hound archon who has been an ally of Sarenrae's for many, many centuries. He sometimes even interacts with mortals, going to the plane, masquerading as a regular dog, trying to look out for people in need. As he assumes his true form, he's just like, Odral, I have a tendency to want to test people, but seems that I need to do that. You are open and kind. I wanted you to see this place, and so did our mistress. But if you're willing, it doesn't seem like it's your time yet.
There's still more work to do. If I can help, I will.
Your companions, all powerful in their own right, to be sure, but your faith helps hold them together, helps bring out the good in all of them. Even now, they rush your body back to Magnamar, meet one of the head priests, and cast their spells to raise you. Know that when you accept this spell, that you do so with with Sarenrae's blessing. Next time you come here, you won't need to be judged at the spire. You won't need to see Our Lady of Graves again. Your home is here, in our beautiful realm.
I'll bow. Thank you.
He inclines his head as well, bowing deeply at the waist. I wish you luck out there, friend. Stay safe. And as he says that, some of the sunlight seems to crystallize, as if the air here is mirroring the diamond dust back home. Swirls around you. From your guys' perspective, as this 10-minute long prayer concludes, Odral's body flashes. The pieces of flesh that were eaten are restored in blinding sunlight, and Odral sits up, alive once more.
Oh. Thank you for bringing me back.
Yeah, Cantham will look at him with a big smile on his face, very proud the fact that he's back, and say, welcome back, my friend. I don't think we could have done this without you.
Well, thank you. That was insane.
Oh, yeah. It's not the first time someone in our group has seen the afterlife, and I don't imagine it'll be the last. But as much as I'd like to sit and revel in what just happened here, I believe we should probably head back out sooner than later. I don't think things are going to get any easier for us, and we have a lead on how to find Jin Shalast.
The
Did we-
banker's head archbanker's head lifts up. His name is Giron Imakar. And Banker Imakar says, this happened while seeking Jin Shalast, the city of greed?
Well, that depends. What is your interest in the matter?
Our gods, we work with money. There is not much more wealth to be found than in a place like that. But as of late, my auguries have returned. Visions of giants and gold, spiraling towers and minarets. I did not know that I was waiting for all of you, but perhaps it is worth the price to trade you an item from our stores. And let's say withdrawal. You want to roll our chat redeemed item since you just came back from the literal dead?
Sure.
You want to do armor
Drop
and
the
weapons?
item.
Brought the item.
that-
Do you
Who
wanna
dropped
do,
the item?
the drow.
Oh, okay. They usually drop good items, so that's
Yeah,
that's
they
good
have
for us.
a good run so far.
Yeah, I got 2 of them on me still.
Go ahead, and you want to do armor and weapons on this, or just straight wondrous items?
I'll do just the wondrous this time.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a D12 and a D100. All right, we got a 6.
Ion stone. Ion stone.
It's not a slotless, unfortunately. That is a hand slot.
Ion gauntlet. Ion gauntlet.
Got a 39. Oh. Now that's interesting. You guys are kind of in between 2 tables, and it rolled, and it is the higher of the 2 tables. And this could be a very thematic item.
Ooh, I'm liking what I hear already.
Okay. He retrieves an item from the vaults. Finely laid gold filigree lines what appears to be a set of ornately worked talons, kind of like on chains that attach to your fingertips. Give me a spellcraft check on these items.
Lucian, activate.
Odral, you're not positive, but Lucian, this seems important. You all know that Karzug's hiding place is sandwiched between the material plane and Lang, the plane of nightmare. These are talons of Lang. They will grant the wearer 2 natural claw attacks, both with a +3 enhancement bonus. There's on a critical hit, they deal extra damage, and the target makes a will save or renders the target insane permanently.
Wow.
More importantly, perhaps for you, is that they would help resist the effects of the Nightmare Realm. The wearer of the Talons of Lang becomes immune to the confusion and insanity spells, or any ability that produces a similar effect. The only danger to this is that while you wear them, you can hear voices from the Nightmare Realm, and your wisdom will be 2 lower.
So your wisdom's 2 lower, but you're immune to the main things that are problems for wisdom saves.
2 of the big ones.
Okay.
Yeah. The one where you murder most people.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
This is like our anti-Agnar item.
Yeah, well, I was thinking you or Lucian. It'd be good for Lucian as well, too.
Yeah.
Just because he doesn't usually hold a weapon, so that would actually be kind of useful if he happened to do hand-to-hand combat, perhaps. But
Yeah.
yeah, it
agreed.
would be. It could absolutely be useful for you as well. But I'll let you two roll for it.
Hell yeah.
Dang, Drow, always dropping the good stuff.
Hell yeah. And you
Yes,
guys
bro.
got, it could have been something else. Could have been something related with the conjuring magic. But you guys, since you're on the cusp at your current level between two different tables, I rolled as well and went to the higher table, which was the Talons of Lang.
Well, actually, real quick, can my cat wear them?
He could. I saw Drew. First of all, shout out to Drew. Graduated. We miss you, buddy.
Oh,
And Drew said give it to Malice. And dropped another item. Goodness. We are feeling generous tonight. It's a holiday miracle.
it is. I will absolutely roll for those gloves then, just to.
All right, yeah, you got all right. I'm just pulling my book back out. If you guys want to roll off for the gloves, the Talons of Lang, and then
That's a good roll.
I'll say whoever wins the roll can roll the next random item. Who else was rolling? Was Agnar as well?
Yeah. Because they're gloves, would Agnar still be able to use the glaive or?
Yeah, he'd be fine. They specifically, I'll drop you guys the link here actually. But they don't interfere with spellcasting, handle weapons, wielding other weapons. The only difference is like you can't make the claw attacks that they give you if you're like wielding the glaive.
Gotcha. Okay.
Here is the link to the archive page for them. All right. Was anyone else rolling in, or is that Kitty got claws?
He got claws.
All right. In that case, Cantham, go ahead and roll. What do you want to do? Just Wondrous or other options? What you feeling?
It's wondrous.
Straight
Yeah.
Wondrous. You know what? I'm gonna be nice and say that this one is not gonna be cursed. Despite my roll, because it's the holidays. Let's fucking do it. All right, give me a
Yuletide.
Yuletide cheer up in this stream. Give me a D12 and a D100. Let's see what we're working with.
Shout out to my buddy Drew for this.
I'll say if you want to re-roll the D12 because we just got a 6, I'll allow that too. Or if you want to try to get another hands thing, you can. All right, a 9. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be a neck slot. And that is a 70. Very good, very good. Ooh. All right, go ahead and give me a spellcraft check on this one as well. If anyone would like to. Ooh, nat 20. You've heard about these items a lot, Odral. They are kind of religious in nature, although they are more for adherents of Desna, the Song of Spheres. This is a necklace of netted stars. It's a mithril necklace with a broad, like, lacework design of chains and a multitude of little star-like jewels. While you're wearing it, you can make dancing lights at will, and you can cast Wandering Star motes 1 per day. If people don't know what that spell does, basically you cast it on one target. If they fail, pretty much like stuns them and takes them out of the fight as the stars distract them. If they pass, the stars move to the next enemy combatant. In addition, each of the 7 main jewels can act as a pearl of power for either a cantrip or a first level spell. Once per day, you can use the necklace of netted stars to catch a spell targeted at you as if you had counterspelled, with a bonus of 12 plus the number of jewels not yet used that day.
What are the gloves called?
This is the necklace of netted stars. I'm gonna drop you guys a link for this one as well. That was kind of the general recap. There's a few more details, but I'll let you guys read on the whole thing.
Perfect.
And if it catches that spell, normally the pearls can only recall first level spells. If it catches the spell, it will. You'll be able to recall a spell of that level if you're a prepared caster. So like if Odral, if you countered like some like 5th level spell, you could recast one of your already used 5th level spells.
Perfect. Well, thanks for the wonderful items.
Yeah, we're getting high level too, so all the item drops are like the real cool shit at like the end of the book.
Yep. Well, I'm glad for that. While we're here, I will spend the last like $300 that I have on potions, specifically Endure Elements,
Okay.
just because being out in the cold wasn't the best thing for me. And
If that's the case, if you guys want to... That was your last teleport, right, Lucian?
Yep, I have no more for today.
Okay, you guys could most likely just, like, spend the night there.
all right, we'll go back to our flat.
Before we do, Agnar's gonna look at the priest, be like, "Hey, I don't know if our buddy had worms and he got trichinosis from it or what, but I've been feeling terrible ever since then. Can you help me out?
His
Maybe
eyes,
get a
like...
restoration or something."
You hear, like, the jingle of coins falling through the air as his magic activates and his eyes glow. And he is like, It appears, despite your brazen attitude, this affected you very deeply. Here, let me try to restore your mind. And he's going to cast Restoration on you, removing all the wisdom damage. Also, Odral, he's like, they will need a man of God on this mission. Come, I will help. And he also is going to remove your negative levels as well.
Oh, well, thank you. I was feeling quite a bit drained there.
From one holy man to another, you must keep them all safe. From my auguries, what is coming is more important than you could know. Keep your eyes out for threats. Threats that might, well, it might be more than the man you seek.
That sounds familiar. It sounds like something I've heard from somewhere else.
Hell yeah, it does. Magic poem. All right. Cool beans. So unless anyone has anything specific they want to do in the city, I'm going to say you guys would... You're in the city, you know, you're within the walls. You could definitely safely spend the night either in the temple or at an inn. Get all your stuff back. For those of you who are still down, Odral, did you have any channels when you came back? Because channels do carry over if you were dead.
1 sec. Let me see how many I've used.
And we own a place to live in Magnamar, so we don't need to stay
that's
where
right,
they can stay
that's
with.
right.
They can stay. They can stay with Odral and I.
Yeah, you guys have the Foxglove. Where is it? The Foxglove Townhouse. God, it's way nicer. It's like a condo, at least.
Yeah.
Here, I'll make it so you guys can kind of see the general area. We haven't actually. This is before we got the new fancy maps, so there might be some tokens left in here. That's fine.
Yeah. Dibs on the big room, by the way, for all you new folks.
So it's got 3 floors, outdoor courtyard, servant house on the outside, all sorts of good stuff.
I think I have channels left. I mean, according to Hero Lab, I haven't used any, but that doesn't sound right at all.
I think you would use.
So I don't know if you want to say I've used like
2
half of them.
or 3. You didn't use a lot, I feel like, because they used a lot of spells to heal people after those like devastating haunts. I don't think you use a lot of channels though.
Well, I'm going to throw out a couple because I know I'm down, and I'm sure other people are too. Here, I'll just drop 2.
Okay, go ahead. Alright, so anyone still down is going to get that 59 health Drew says Agnar gets the servants' quarters.
Um,
All right. And if anyone's is only a little bit down, you can make a heal check at night to heal double your level, which is like pretty significant for you guys now. And you automatically heal your level. So if you're only like 10 down, you'll just heal the rest at night.
How is everyone else doing? Are you okay, or do you need some more?
Yeah, is anyone else like super low? I mean, I feel
Good
like
on health. You have a lesser restoration?
I do have some of those other things available as well.
okay,
Only down
Let's
one
see.
wisdom, so it's not.
not terrible.
It's not.
Oh, okay. So let me see.
I mean, I think minimum one. I think you would just get it.
Okay. I do have 2 lesser restros, so I'll pop one on you,
Alright.
Lucian.
I think Badid was down also.
Badid, let me see if I can check his health really quick. That doesn't seem right. Well, hopefully Badid will rest off some. I'll roll a heal check for Badid. Yeah, that's a success. Assuming he had just 2 ability damage, he'd be fine.
Okay. How was everyone else doing as far as ability score damage? Because I know we took a few hits there. I know I'm not great.
Cantham's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
So is Aurelia.
Okay. Well, I'll drop a greater restoration on me to take care of all my ability damage between the 2.
Okay. Go for it.
Anyone else want regular restoration?
Speak now, forever hold your ability scores.
And I'm changing the way I'm doing my spells now. I'm gonna modify the spell choices.
Okay. Go for it. Yeah. I mean, you just went to your goddess's realm. You can have whatever internal changes you want. Rethink your life. All right. In that case, what kind of teleport are you using to get back for Lucian? Are we going with a greater, or are you just gonna go with a regular one?
I think we'll go with the greater, so we're not off guard with where we land.
Okay, no risks. All right, in that case, I'm gonna drop you guys back, despite this lovely townhouse you're in. I'm gonna bring you all back to the Vecker cabin, right here, in this spot over here. Cool. All right, bumping up on your defense. How are you guys getting? So this house obviously goes up like 80 feet to the top of the cliff. How are you guys? Are you just going out the front door that's at the top of the cliff? Or are you guys trying to climb the cliff, fly the cliff? What's your move here?
One sec. Before we do anything, I'm
Sure.
going to each of us cast protection from evil on all of us. Or of the 5 of us.
Okay. You
The
all.
important part of that is the part 2 where it one sec. There's an important part.
It makes you immune to dominate, so that's good, I believe.
That's the part that I'm looking for.
All right, let's get some.
If successful,
vibes.
such effects are suppressed for the duration of the spell. Under the effects of the spell, target's immune to any attempts to possess or exercise mental control over the target. This is coming from, I think, evil aligned things. So if it's not evil aligned, it won't help. But anything evil that tries to do that type of stuff to us, I'm trying
Gotcha.
to.
So if like a neutral
from that.
person cast that, it wouldn't affect. But any evil casting source that does that is affected.
And that was 5 castings. So that's essentially, other than 1 cure light wounds, all of my first level spells.
I mean, that's a pretty good
Gotcha.
use for a first level.
And 15 minutes.
That's not bad at all
All right,
for
so
a first level spell.
how are you guys getting off the cliff? Are you flying, climbing, going out the top door? What's your move here?
I got a magic carpet. I'm obviously still sitting on. And Aurelia's got her wings.
All right, in that case, I'm going to drag Cantham and Aurelia to the upper portion of the cliff. Which for some reason is still dark. That's weird. How's everyone else getting up?
Agnar's going to use his boots.
Okay.
And my screen's all blank. It's just that dark gray the entire thing.
Yeah,
so I can't see anyone else.
I'm trying to fix
Okay.
that right now. I don't know why it's not letting you guys see over on the cliff area. Give me 1 sec. How about the rest of you guys? What are you guys doing? Shield of Wings.
It's gonna
you
fly.
find top. Gotcha. All right, we're just gonna turn that on and off.
Does
really quick.
Badid have a way up?
I'm checking his character sheets. I'm not positive.
Malice will need to make some saves to get up there too, I believe.
You could send Malice and Badid through the front door if you would like. That's like up here. Up in this section. I just have it on like full daylight mode so you guys can just see the area, but you guys are essentially there's like a slight edge of cliff in that fog. So you basically have to get to about here. Or yeah, about right there.
Okay.
Like this is like the edge of the cliff.
Oh yeah, I see the outline of it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Let me know if Malice needs to make any.
Yeah, I'm just
skill
double
checks.
checking right now. As the pair of them go out, there's actually only gonna be a save from Badid, and we'll say he describes it when he finds you guys. But he sees a dwarf stumble out of the snow toward the front door. It appears to be the same dwarf that has spoken to you guys now. You know, it's one of the Vecker brothers. And when he sees the PCs, he cries out, "Run! Run for your lives! They're gonna eat you!" And then he flees into the snow. But Badid briefly has this feeling that you guys are all still cannibals, but overcomes it, realizing that, again, this is a haunt. So, with that, I'm going to drag everybody to the top. So you guys are over on this side now. All right. You guys are out in the mountains with snow.
Question, Ben,
Yes.
quick. Did you reveal the whole map to everyone?
Yes, it's revealed right now.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
For some reason, it's just the second half of the map is just being difficult, but there's like no token spoilers anywhere, so you guys are good. So you guys know in this general vicinity here, and this is to scale, you know, somewhere near here is the ledge where the other Vecker brother, not sure which one is which yet, it's where his bones are supposed to be that you guys are trying to find. Everyone go ahead and give me a perception check. The cliff in front of you that's bordering this area it's like 2,000 feet high. You guys are up in the mountains now. All right. God damn.
Whoops, that was supposed to be for
Well,
Aurelia, sorry.
with Cantham exceeding the 30 DC by himself, but everyone else assisting as well, you all can see that about 1,000 feet up, there is an outcropping, a ledge with like what looks like an old metal stove, and you swear you can see like the glint of bones. It's like a slight off-white color from that like differentiates from the surrounding snow.
I'll point up at it, let everyone know, like, hey, I think I saw something up there. And so that would be like kind of up here on the hill.
Yeah, it's about right here, about 1,000 feet up, and it's like a cliff face, so it's pretty sheer.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, let me see. Odral, do you still have your wings up?
Yeah, it lasts 15 minutes. I assume it didn't take 15 minutes to fly up
No. The
No,
side of the
it's only
cliff
a
you
mile.
came from is like not like you could have made it with flying with how far away you guys are from the cabin. That's not a problem.
here. You want me to
Alright.
fly up there and take a look?
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, we can. Anyone else who has flying, I think Agnar still has a little bit of flying left too. If we want to go check it out.
All right.
Let's do it.
So as you all, or those of you who can fly, head up there to check. You find a set of dwarven bones. It's kind of stockier, a little bit thicker bones. The general like stockier build of a dwarf. You see that some of it is skeletal, some of it still has flesh on it, depending on where you look, because it has been preserved by the cold for so long. The corpse appears to be wearing padded armor, but the corpse itself is in just frightful shape. The most disturbing feature is that the body, its legs end in charred, blackened stumps, where it looks like the feet were burned off. Everyone give me a perception check. All right. Give me 1 sec.
33, man, my perceptions are on point today. And Lucian, are you flying up here? Agnar, are you as well?
Yes.
All right. Okay. You all 33 is going to spot this. So, Cantham, you see that the snow along the surface of the ground below everyone seems to raise up a bit in a sinuous pattern, as though something is burrowing beneath the ground. What do you do?
Or where, like, below us?
About like right here. Sorry, I'm pinging on the wrong layer. Give me 1 sec. Right here.
Gotcha. And so that's what, 1,000 feet below us then?
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, that's a good. It's a good ways down. I would obviously let everyone know that we should probably head back down real quick because there is something tunneling underneath towards, I'm assuming, Bedid and Malice. And
yeah, it looks like it's tunneling towards them.
I would go ahead and throw out Good Hope.
All right. As you tell them, everyone else,
Just in
if you want
case.
to like cast something, you have time for like an action here before we actually get into this. So if anyone else has anything else they want to throw out now, would be the time. All right.
Good talk.
In that case, you all see a truly enormous beast. Without even seeing its entire body exit the ground, it appears to already be over 30 feet long. Single eye with a tri-setup of jaws. And with that, we are going to roll for initiative as it lets out a that seems to vibrate the ice all around.
Dang. I've heard of frostworms before.
They big. Can you guys see the initiative? Why won't it let me open it?
Yes.
Oh, the tracker? Yeah, I have the turnover on the left side.
Oh, okay. It was popped out for me for some reason. There we go. All right. Cool.
Once I find her initiative on that damn...
Oh, it did not roll in. All right. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right. It is going to be this thing's turn first.
That's a good initiative.
Oh yeah, this thing is it's an ambush predator. It is made to jump out as quickly as possible despite its size. All right. So what it's going to do is not smart enough to know you guys are too far away from this, but the others aren't. It lets out a strangely high-pitched noise, very contrary to its previous roars, like a... And I need a will save from Malice, and I'm going to roll for Bedeed as well. All right, Bedeed got a 16. And Malice got an 18. Both of them.
And I don't know if the gloves of Talon work for that, but
they do not for this. So what it's happening now is that you see Bedeed and the cat just kind of go slack-jawed, staring up at the worm. They seem utterly fascinated by it. And it is going to just move up next to them while continuing this trail. I'm going to back it up a little bit so everyone is actually like on the cliff. There we go. All right. That first.
real quick, actually,
yes.
Malice had a 20. Sorry,
A 20 is going to exactly succeed then.
Okay. Awesome,
Malice
awesome,
is not fascinated by it. That is going to go straight to Cantham.
All right. Seeing this big nasty creature, he will actually. Can I do a check to kind of see any weaknesses or anything about it, or any other dangers that we should notice?
Go ahead and give me a knowledge arcana check, because this is a magical beast. All right, 26. So you know that this is a frostworm. You'd also know they don't normally get quite this big. This one is probably one that has lived for a very long time or has evolved to be like extra successful. It's a more powerful frostworm. The 26, you know a few facts about them. One, they do burrow beneath the ground. They are immune to cold. However, they are vulnerable to fire. And finally, they have a very devastating breath weapon.
Gotcha. I would obviously let everyone know that, especially Lucian and Odral. If they got any fire magic going on, and let everyone know to avoid its. Try and hit it from afar if possible.
Gotcha.
And then with my turn, I am
Yes.
actually going to use the what is it? The Rod of Quickening, I think. Yes, the Rod of Quickening to get 2 spells off.
Okay. What is your first
that-
spell?
First spell is going to be Heroism.
Gotcha.
And the next spell is going to be Haste, actually.
All right, heroism, and then a casting of haste as well, as you all are sped up by his bardic magic. And then, all right, Malice rolled in separately, so that would bring us to Lucian as you activate these buffs.
I'm gonna double move as far as I can toward.
All right, double move is as close as you can. Okay, so you're 1,000 feet up. You're flying right now, so that's. I mean, you could take like the run fly action, which would be like 240 feet. Oh, and you're hasted, so 90 times 4.
Correct.
If you take the run action, it'll be 360 feet closer.
I'll move 360 feet closer.
All right, you, boom! The snow like swirls around your body as you just create this like shock of speed plummeting down to the ground. Bedid is fascinated for now until this thing stops trilling. Agnar.
How far up, or excuse me, how high are we again?
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
Speed. Oof. He's gonna look at Cantham and ask if he can hitch a ride. On the carpet.
Yeah, but I'm not planning on going down there, just heads up.
Nope, never mind then. Then Agnar's just gonna kick his boots off, or not off his feet, but just
Yeah,
he's just gonna drop straight down. He's just gonna drop.
You deactivate and let yourself fall. I believe the farthest. I'll have to look up how far you can fall in round. Give me 1 sec.
And then depending on how close we are, he's gonna activate him right before he hits the ground again, just to catch himself.
Rules as written. You could fall. Is that what it is, Lucian? Oh, that's how far you are.
No, I
Gotcha,
was just marking how far away I am.
Rules written is 500 feet. So you just kick your boots off and just free fall through the snow. That's like it's not as bad a blizzard as yesterday. It's kind of like lightly snowing. You free fall through the snow for 500 feet, bring you halfway back to the ground.
Okay.
Odral.
Run 320 feet down.
All right. You take off right behind Lucian, whereas his magic is almost just like you're not able to see it. He's just floating of his own arcane power. Your burning wings are like making the snow steam around you as you plummet. All right. That is the hasted Aurelia. And I believe what's her fly speed? So she's going to be able to go
200 feet?
50, but she's also hasted, right?
Right.
So she can go 80 times 4.
Perfect. Let's do
320. That's
320.
I just did.
Okay, yeah, 320. Starts flying down. That brings us to the only one who's in attacking range here. It is Malice.
I'm just gonna have Malice take after her former master, the ranger, and claw the shit out of this thing, since it's a worm. And let me do this.
Go for it. Okay. Boo, boo, boo. Sorry, I have a million stats open right now. All right. Hit. Does not confirm the crit, but is a hit. Miss, hit. So, or sorry, the rake doesn't happen because it's not 2 claws. So first 3 hit, 22, 44, 64 damage.
And then the talons. I'll have to read into that a bit more. Oh, that's only if it's on a critical hit.
The crit, yeah.
Okay.
But 64 is still a lot as you begin to lay into the advanced frostworm's skin, starting to slice through its scales. All right, and that is the end of Malice's turn. And we're going to go like so. All right, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. All right, that brings us back to the Frostworm. Now, what this Frostworm is going to do is it is going to try and bite Malice, because Malice one that just hurt him a lot. Does Malice have any sort of elemental resistances?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
I don't know if her armor does.
Ooh, maybe. In that case, the bite is going to sink into Malice. And this creature not only lives in the ice, it, like, emits the ice. Its body is so cold that it's going to be additional cold damage on this attack. Give me 1 sec. So that's going to be... Malice...
What'd the worm get on his bite for the attack?
A 42.
Oh, yeah, that. I mean, it got close to not hitting.
Yeah? What's the AC?
It barely snuck by.
The service. All right, well, it's going to be a good old 65 damage as its 3-sided jaws snap onto Malice.
And she is unconscious.
Doesn't he have like 100 health?
It has the character sheet. It only has 64. I haven't messed with it.
Oh, maybe I'm just...
Maybe it did and it just reset, but I only had 64 on there when I picked it up, when you copied it over.
Oh, maybe I was just looking at Bedid and I'm blind. All right, at -1, Malice is unconscious.
Blop.
All of a sudden, fading into view, about 300 feet off the ground over to the side of the Frostworm, you see someone else. Seems to be the same type of person whose body you just found. And I'm going to show you the art. A frostbitten and diseased, mutated-looking dwarf in padded armor. It brings in a lungful of air and lets out this mighty screech that echoes in this canyon. Everyone give me a will save. All right, we got a 28.
Nice will save, man. Wow.
Goddamn. Goddamn. All right, okay. Jesus Christ.
And this will be +4, I believe.
+4 on all those?
+4 or 5. No, on Aurelia, the one I just sent to you.
Oh,
because
okay.
I can't do
Gotcha.
buffs on her thing.
All right. I think everyone is gonna pass, I believe. Let me just double check on Aurelia's because I wasn't looking at that window. Aurelia is not gonna pass even with the +4.
She's a 21.
It's a 21 there.
Yep.
Everyone else is safe, but Aurelia. Sorry, this guy's got a million abilities. I just want to make sure I don't mess her up worse than is necessary.
You're totally good.
Is going to be panicked. for 2 rounds.
Okay.
All right. So he got that off. Then, as a standard, his eyes begin to glow this like icy pale blue as he stares at Lucian, who's flying down toward the ground, and attempts to dominate your mind, but with protection from evil, has 0 effect. The ghost growls its anger. That is the end of Karavik Vecker's turn. Back to Cantham.
With where we are at, Cantham is just gonna start dropping down with his carpet.
Okay.
Which the carpet of flying, I think he'll need the medium-sized one.
I believe
So 40 feet?
That's what I'm purchased. Yeah, so 40, 80, 120, 160.
Okay. So he'll do that, keep up his Bard performance, and just drop 160 feet.
All right. Lucian.
Nobody made it down to the ground. It's just
not-
Bedade and the...
Yeah, just Badid and
And a knocked out cat.
although now that this thing has taken attacks and stopped trilling, Badid is like free.
Gonna drop a fireball on it.
Okay. The bead of heat streaks forward, explodes on the top of the worm. This thing does not have spell resistance, so that's not going to matter. And I believe that is going to be... That is a fail on the reflex. No, actually, that is a pass. I take it back. That is a pass on a 21. Or, like, needing to get past a 21. That being said, it is still dealing more damage due to the fact that it's vulnerable to fire. So you see, like, a bunch of its scales seem to, like, melt and, like, slough off the back of its body as it lets out this, like, keening shriek that vibrates the ice. Alright, that is going to be Badid. Let me just check his macros and stuff. Give me one moment. Okay, that is this one. Okay. So hasted attack misses. So we're gonna get hit, hit, miss, hit. So as the star knife just flows through the air like this deadly whirling blade that it is, this thing is almost dead. As you see, just like cracks start to emanate on its whole body. It looks like it's freezing up, and just like cold gas is seeping out of the body. All right. That brings us to Agnar.
How far over, let's see, to like this way can I drift while I'm falling, or is it just where I'm at right now, just straight down?
You could give me a fly
Turn
check
your boots off.
with your boots off.
Turned your boots off, so you're falling.
You
Yeah,
can try
but
to do
I mean,
a
like,
Buzz Lightyear, like falling with style. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll say give me a fly check, which is anyone can make a fly check. It's untrained. You can try to do like the parachute, like full spread eagle thing to angle yourself. Holy shit!
20.
Flying squirrel style.
I was gonna say I was about to say it's gonna be a really hard DC. I'm gonna say on a nat 2022, I'm gonna let you drift in 10 feet, 2 squares in any direction.
Okay. Well.
Also, are you planning on like activating the boots again before you hit the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's see. Flanking. I won't get flanking with the critter. I'm gonna just go. Let's see. That's 10 feet,
Oh,
right?
Badid would have 5-foot stepped. Well, actually, hold on.
Yeah, I'll just go right there and then get all the way down to the ground. And I'm assuming that's my entire turn.
So you flew there. Yeah, so you're landing right there. It would op attack you then, because you're within 15 feet of it if you hit the ground there.
Oh, okay. Then you know what? I'm just gonna land where I would, because that should be 15 feet.
Yes, that one won't provoke.
Okay, then I'll just do that then.
Okay. Odral, 'tis your turn.
Okay. The Vecker, the dwarf. Is he on the ground or is he up in the air?
He's 300 feet off the ground. And you give me a knowledge religion check if you would like.
Certainly.
All right. 28. So first off the bat, it's clear that this is a ghost. However, maybe due to like the incredibly fucked up circumstances the Veckers and their mining party went through, it is more than a regular ghost. It also has the cold subtype. It's like a frost ghost.
Okay.
But you know things like, ghosts are like incorporeal, they're resistant to channeling. This one is immune to cold, and it have all like their typical like undead traits.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see another 320 down.
Okay.
I'm gonna shift over a little bit, like angle a little bit as I'm coming down.
Sure.
And let's see, that's a total of 640, so I'm 360 off the ground, 60 above him, and like 20 or 30 feet away from him over this direction. But that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, so you're 60 above, and how many away on the 40 away? You said.
Oh, one sec. I'll actually show the other.
So you went down 60 above, and then 35. Legit, I just have the the Google Pythagorean theorem calculator up in all these sessions now because there's so much flying. You are approximately 70 feet away from him at this point.
Okay.
All right. That is going to be Aurelia, who she's going to spend this turn fleeing.
Just flying away, right?
Yeah, but then she can come back next. So she basically takes the run action while flying. Will come back next turn. Brings us to Malice. Malice did actually a very healthy chunk of damage on this thing, but Malice is unconscious, so it's going to be a Constitution roll -1 because he's at -1. She's at -1. That is a save. Malice is stable, no longer bleeding out. Some of the ice is just kind of providing this, like, it's slowing blood flow enough that Malice just passed out in the snow, but not bleeding out. Okay. Now it is the frost worm. It is going to turn around and attempt a bite. And this is also going to be... Is anyone even... no, it's not going to work. Okay. It is going to attempt...
Deed's the only one there.
Oh, no. Within 15 feet now is Agnar. It's going to try to bite on Agnar as he, like, slams into the ground.
Not the guy who just threw a dozen ninja stars in its face.
That's true. That's true. I'm metagaming too much. You wouldn't know how powerful Agnar is. You are correct. All right. That is potential crit on Badid. On a nat 1, does not confirm.
Yeah.
The deed is going to take 63 damage as those like tri-jaws sink in, and like just the cold coming off of his body is like freezing Bedid. That is all the Frostworm's going to do. It is going to be Carrick's turn, the ghost now.
Wait, his name is actually Carrick?
Sorry, not what did I say? Carrick? No, it's Karavek. Sorry, Karavek.
You got me so excited there. I was like, what?
No. Sorry, Karavek.
Oh man,
Karavek Vecker. It's got 2 Veks in his name.
I thought Captain K was back for a moment.
He is going to. Let's see. Can he make this? No, he's not gonna do it. He is going to take the run action and end up next to the worm. So he's now even with the worm, about like 15 feet off the ground. Can you do any of these as a free action? No, that is going to be all he's going to do. Cantham.
I am going to have Cantham just continue his downward drop, putting him another 160 feet down.
Yeah. Sorry.
So he's like
Hell yeah.
720, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. I'll do the math in a moment.
Probably just like a couple hundred off the ground. Are you with the? So you're okay. That's pretty much your turn there then.
Yeah. So I think he's like no, he's 380 feet off the ground. That's where he's at. But yes,
right.
That's all he can do right now.
That is going to be Lucian then.
I would drop another fireball to hit both of them.
Okay. Let me get my 2 rolls in here. All right. Worm fails. Vecker passes. There's magical damage. He is going to take that. And Vecker is actually also vulnerable to fire. So halved 47 down to like 23. And then multiply. Okay, got it. This kind of burns away at some of his essence. But Lucian, as you see this, you see him smile. Lucian, how far away are you guys from the worm right now? Your respective distances. Lucian and
I am
Agnar's close.
still 640.
Okay, Agnar's out of range. Lucian's out of range. Agnar is not, Bedid is not, and unfortunately, the cat is not. Both Bedid and Agnar need to make reflex saves. All right, and Bedid is going to take nothing because he has evasion. Agnar, that is the exact DC you need to pass, so you will take half of this roll. And I'm going to roll publicly so you can just see it. As it dies in the fireball, it goes into a series of death throes, spasms, and that cold gas leaking out of it explodes into like millions of icicles that just get fired around. The cat is actually going to be safe from this because he's like under the snow. We'll say that. And okay. Do you have any elemental resistances, Agnar?
I do not believe so. No.
All right. Instead of 77, you take 33. No, wait. Is that right?
No, that'd be 66.
That would be
38?
66. 38? Yeah, that sounds more right. The extra 5. Yes. Okay, 38. Excellent. All right. Badid ignores that, but yeah, basically all your icicles go around, and you see Vecker, the ghost, is smiling, because that wasn't any sort of like supernatural or magical damage. It was all physical, and it just passes straight through his body. All right. That brings us to Badid, who dodged that blast. And sorry, I'm not used to like running a PC while I also do the monster, but
Oh, you're good, man. You do your thing, dude. You got a lot on your plate.
so Star Knife, throw in the Star Knife, and he is specifically better against those things. All right, there is a lot of damage to be done, but Vecker still appears to be alive. As the blade kind of like tries to slice through his like ectoplasmic essence, but does not do as much as it could.
He wouldn't have my buffs, by the way, for haste.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me add some.
He was too far away for any of my buffs.
Okay. Okay, acknowledged. Agnar. He is.
All right, so you said Badid was like it did damage, just not as much.
So Badid
Or
didn't
did no
take
damage?
Badid didn't take anything because he has evasion. He basically just like he hit the dirt.
No. To
Oh, to Vecker? Yeah, it did nothing.
Yeah, did nothing.
It basically
Wow.
like he looks solid in that image, but like he is like a ghost. So all the icicles just kind of like flew through his body.
Man, I'm trying to think of anything I can do.
If I can get in range, I can do something, but it's going to be 2 turns before I can do anything.
I think I'm just gonna pass, and then ready in action. If anything does pop up that I can hit, I'll just do that.
Okay. Odral, just still trying to get in range.
I'm going to take one diagonal move as I'm on my way down and move down another 320, which has me at 60 feet off the ground.
60 feet,
Or
and then you're
60.
20 feet.
Wait, maybe 40.
I think
320,
40.
640, 960, 40. I'm
Okay.
40 off the ground.
So 40 off the ground, and you are 20 feet away. You're a distance of approximately 45 feet from him. Okay. Aurelia can just fly straight back to where she was. She returns. Or did she already do that? Was that last turn?
That was not.
Okay.
Last turn, she was still
She's
panicked.
not panicked anymore. She's like, sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. It spooked me. Like flies back in. Malice is unconscious but not dying. Frostworm is dead, and remove him from the order. Vecker. So he's 15 feet up. He's 45 feet from Odral. So he couldn't make it to Odral on that diagonal, but he could make it to Agnar, as there's not as much of an intense slope. He's going to move to Agnar, so that will provoke from Agnar. As the ghost like shrieks and swoops towards you. That is going to hit. It's not going to do as much damage. But it still definitely does some. You see like rips away some of his ectoplasm, which like dissipates in the cold air. He is going to just take a ghostly hand and just reach it up under your ribs as it phases through your body. What is your touch AC as he tries to like get you with this hand?
It is 16 right now.
16. Okay, that is going to be a hit. Gonna roll this on roll 20 because too many dice. Agnar takes 68 damage as he basically like grabs your heart and starts to spread this like cold, corrupting feeling through your veins.
Hey.
That is the end of Vecker's turn. That is Cantham.
I am 320 feet away, so I am
sir.
just going to continue dropping. It puts me at 180 feet from the ground.
Okay. 180 feet from the
And
ground.
just continuing the bardic performance as I
All right, you guys still
float
hear,
down.
his powerful voice echoing off the mountain walls. Lucian. Let me X out this. This guy's done.
Gonna full fly downward.
Okay. Brings us to Bedid, who is 25, 30 feet away. That's going to affect his point blank shot. It's loading. Doesn't have the buffs. Forgot to remove that, but okay. I'm gonna reduce all those. The ghost begins to like flicker in and out of existence. You think it is like within being like dismissed from this plane. Which brings us back to Agnar.
So Agnar's got a 5-step.
Okay.
Then.
Okay. So even with your weapon not doing as much as it could because he's a ghost, you deal enough damage that whatever semblance of like semi-incorporeal molecules that holds this supernatural being together come apart at the seams, and he dissolves into a thick flurry of snow and is no more. So I'm going to drop you guys some XP. Before we go over like loot and next steps, we're going to do our first break of the night. We went a little bit over our normal break time, but that's fine. We were mid-fight here. So first things first, everybody's going to get... Oh, man, yeah, it's an advanced Froststorm, so that's even more XP. Everybody gets 19,200.
19,200. Perfect.
And with that, for those watching, as always, I'm going to go take a swift break and go check on the baby. We will be back in 10 minutes. I'm going to run a quick ad before that. Stick around and support the channel. There we go. Right back on track. All right. So, you guys have dispatched the Karavek's ghost. You want to collect his bones. At this point, that's pretty easy. You can just fly up and grab them. You would be able to see that his armor is enchanted. It's not a very major enchantment. It's not unique. So this is a +4 improved cold resistance padded armor. That the dwarf probably used when he was alive. Excuse me. Since it was enchanted, it has like stood the test of time, where most of his other gear is kind of just ruined at this point. All right.
Perfect. Hey, Odral, can you put in what our total XP is then in the chat?
I'm sorry. What was that per person for that last fight? I forgot.
Oh, that was before the fight. Okay. Per person, it was 19,200.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I mean those were. I mean, you guys are fighting big bads now. Like, that like modified ghost was a CR-15 by himself, like without the worm. Depending on like how the party handles getting to these mountains and like where they are, it can be very devastating. Alrighty. That being said, do you guys grab those bones?
Of course we do. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Cantham will fly up, grab those bones, and then throw them probably into the, I don't know, portable hole where he keeps all the dead things that he collects along the way.
Noted.
I forgot Turkon's body's there.
I'd use a rebuke death on Malice. That's 4 + 7. That's 11 health back to Malice.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. So, yeah. Always use that when you have the chance. It's so rare to just be able to do that. Alright. So, immediately back to consciousness. Ready to roll with that. All right. As you all are headed back to the cabin with the bones, all of you, once again, are going to hear that same mysterious howl in the distance. Everyone make a will save.
Shit, that thing's closer now. If we're making will saves.
All right. Malice and Odral are both shaken for an hour.
Yeah, Malice is not having a good day, is she?
Cool. Yep. You can definitely heal him with some cleric magic right there.
Thank you.
All right. As you are getting back down the mountain, once again, the storm whips up. There is a full blizzard, making it very hard to be out here in the open. What do you guys do?
How far back did we make it before the wizard, or before the wizard, the blizzard kicked up?
As it's like reaching its peak, you guys are like back at the cabin.
Okay. Gotcha. So we're okay.
I'm saying, is that where you guys want to head first? To the cabin?
Yeah, I think we gotta head in there first to give the bones back to the brother and find out where we gotta go next anyways.
Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna move you guys back to there then.
I figure if there's a blizzard outside, the last thing we're gonna do is go exploring with the Wendigo around that we hear and
As you guys, the wind's like swirling up around you, chilly wind, ice, snow. It's hard to see more than a few feet in front of your face. We'll see. Yeah, you guys got all your healing done, as you're going down before the storm really picks up. For those wondering who weren't here last time, that giant tree outside is what they killed the other day. But as you make it back into the house, at least there's a strange sense of calm. Storm is muted and quiet as you are inside. As you go inside, you would know the only fire pit, if you guys are trying to get warm, is upstairs, which would be in this common room up here. That is also where, if you guys go up there to get warm, or if you choose to go to a different room, after a few minutes, you guys can move yourself to a different room if you would like as well. But after a few minutes, you see the other Vecker brother. This one, telling you his name is Silas now. You've brought back my brother's bones. But something's wrong. He wants to talk with me. The bones crumble to dust and reform into that ghostly incarnation of Karavek Vecker. The two of them silently face off, seemingly caught in a struggle that you can't quite perceive, as wispy strings of ectoplasm and snow lash out and coil between the two ghosts. It seems like this will probably take a bit of time for him to be able to overcome his brother. As this is happening, everyone give me a perception check. All right. So, Lucian, you hear a pounding from the front door. Odral, you're distracted by the pair of ghosts in the center of the room. Badid is also distracted by the ghosts. Cantham and Agnar both hear pounding coming from not the front door, but the back window over in this room. Over here. What do you guys do?
Shit. Is that haunt gonna happen again? After remembering what happened last time, Cantham is probably going to go out the back door this way.
Okay. Alright, so you step out the front door.
And try to make his way over here.
As you get to that point, manifesting out of the blizzard itself, a horrifying creature, like a wolf with long, thin claws and antlers, is going to jump out at Cantham. This is a Wendigo.
Oh, that thing is nasty looking.
Yeah, Wendigos are real fucked up.
They're cool.
Yeah, it is. Do they hover?
Oh, yeah, it's fully flying. Its bottom feet,
oh, that is cool.
Like the feet of the other ghost, are burned off.
We need another mount for the mansion.
Well, we'll see what happens. All right.
Yeah, you might be mounting Cantham's head in a moment.
A little one.
All right. It is not going to claw you. Not going to bite you. It is going to reach out and try and wrap its cold, icy arms around you. What is your CMD?
23. I do have a cloak of displacement on though as well.
Okay. That'll be a 50% chance then.
He might grab the wrong one.
You want high or low? As a success.
I'll take low.
All right. He grabs for you, goes through the shimmering displacement, and snarls in anger. Roll for initiative against the Wendigo.
How long does the would we still have Good Hope and the Protection from Evil, or are those too long?
No, those are gone.
Okay.
Let me remove.
I think at
the
most they
Wendigo
lasted
image.
like 15 minutes.
I will, and it's that picture does look very thin. It is a large-sized creature. All right. Is that everybody?
No, hold on a second. I gotta click in, sorry.
Okay, 21. All right.
Oh, I did click in, damn it. Never mind. I just fucked it up.
Well, you had a 21 before anyway, and it has a higher initiative bonus than you for sure. It's got a plus.
Yeah, I
it's
was
got
at
a plus
20.
13. All right. In that case, Malice at 20 is going to go before Malice. And what the Wendigo is going to do first here is it is going to execute a flyby attack on you to avoid getting too close to any potential melee combat. On that flyby, it's going to start flying like down on like the map to the south. Is going to try and bite Cantham. High or low on your displacement?
Whichever one you got.
No, thank you. You have to choose one.
Oh, that's not how it works?
Nope.
Alright. I went low last time. I'm gonna go low again.
All right. It was not low. This is actually the first time in many years that I have rolled a perfect 100. This is as high as it can be.
Oh, I thought 100 was low. I'm sorry. I thought we were rolling a D1000 dice.
Oh yeah.
I meant high.
As one does.
My bad.
So. Wait, fuck. Was that the right dice? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. You are going to take some damage right off the bat. All right. It's going to be 18 damage from its teeth as they sink into you. After the teeth. It is then going to be 16 damage of cold damage. And now that it is latched onto you, it already knows which one you are. What is your CMD this time? That's the wrong die. It's 26, right? For Cantham?
Yes.
All right. It bites you. You are now grappled as it grabs you up in its mouth. And on the flyby, it is going to arc. It has perfect maneuverability in the air. So it is going to take you a straight 120 feet directly up into the blizzard.
Gotcha.
All right. That is going to bring us
Interesting.
to Malice. I'm just going to double check now that you're like all the way up in the blizzard. There is going to be some penalties you're going to have to take, but I mean, can Malice do anything here?
No, she can't.
Okay.
she'll probably just come out here and look around to see if she can see where
Odral, from the front
Malice
door,
took Little Man.
I said you were distracted by the ghost, so to be fair, you're looking at the ghost in the middle. Front door is right behind there. You just saw a insane snow beast just grab Cantham in its mouth and just book it straight up in the air.
Oh, I've already used my fly spell, which means I'm going to go out here, see that he... Oh, I can't. I guess I'm going to double move to get out here, and I guess do... Can I see it anymore, or is it gone completely?
Okay, so a blizzard... Reading the rulebook now, blizzard is the most powerful snowstorm, combining high winds and heavy snow. First of all, both you guys, you're outside now, Odral and Cantham. Give me a fortitude save first.
I had my potions of endure element.
Oh, okay.
earlier,
Yeah, you
so
had that
I
active.
don't
You are
believe-
fine. Don't ignore it. You can just ignore all that then. Odral, you shake off the effects of the cold, which is the heat of adrenaline in your system. Give me a perception check to see if you can spot it in the blizzard.
Oh, God.
All right. You can't see where the Wendigo is. I need you to roll a D100, as this is a full blizzard, including, like, thunder snow. It doesn't hit you, but you see a crackling bolt of lightning slam out into the snow over here, causing a cloud of steam.
Okay. Sorry, technical question. How long was I shaken for again?
That was an hour. So,
Okay.
that would be... Let me double check the distances. I think you would be out of shaken now. Yes, you're out of shaken. That was just like a spook. To spook you.
Got it.
All right. Okay, so we had that. We had Odral. That is going to be Bedid, who... Bedid was healed earlier, right? With the healings?
Oh, shoot, I would have. I didn't see that he was
It's okay.
down to
Yeah,
40.
you
Yes, I
can
definitely would've.
retroactively roll those heals and get him back up. You can just spend the things you would have spent to heal him. That's my bad. I didn't remind you. All right. He still needs a bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, up to you how much you want to spend on it.
No, I'm just trying to determine my spells now because I need to
Oh yeah, what
spell
usage? What usage to
to
have?
heal.
Gotcha. All right. And that's plus another 51 for 100. That's got him back at max.
Awesome.
All right. So with that being said, he's back at max. He is going to run out into the storm. He is going to also make a perception check to try to see through the snow. Don't need the Frostworms notes up anymore. Let's see if Bedid can spot this. On a nat 20, he gets a bead on the Wendigo. He sees where it is. He sees it holding Cantham. And he is going to try, with his highest BAB, huck a star knife up at it, despite the range penalties. On a 50, that is going to be a hit. It sinks into the Wendigo, which lets out just this strange, blood-curdling roar. All right. That brings us to Lucian.
Cast shield on myself.
Gotcha.
And I don't want to go. I'm going to stay in front of the door so I can just see out.
All right. You cast a shield spell, protecting yourself, looking out the window. Out the front door. Give me a perception check. See if you can spot them. 35 with inclement weather penalties. That is going to be enough. You can spot the Wendigo is 120 feet, basically straight over the porch. But that was the shield you stay in action. So, Cantham, you are in this thing's mouth. You have the grappled condition. What is your move here?
What's always my go-to move?
Grease.
There you go.
All
Passing
right.
grease on myself, so it's hard to grapple me.
Okay, give me the check to cast defensively.
What do I do for that? This thing? Caster level check or whatever that
That is
is?
a success, because grease is what, a level 1 spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you grease yourself up. And what is the... It has to make a reflex save to avoid immediately dropping you. And then it also gives you plus 10 on Escape Artist later. Okay, so let's go with that drop check first. What is the reflex it's shooting for? It got a... It got a 26.
I think that beats it. I don't know.
If
Its spell
it's-
DC is 25.
Oh, it's probably
on
just equal
that.
to the
I don't
spell
know if
DC.
that's for... Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a spell DC. Yeah, this thing rolled badly, but is very fast. Agnar.
All right, so Agnar's going to click the move button and then go up here, and then he's going to use the gloves of shortened path. Is that what they're called? Yes.
Yes. Give me a perception check though, see if you can see where to direct like the extra dimensional portal for your weapon to pop out of. 24, you can kind of see it. However, through the snow, it is going to have partial concealment, which means you can try to strike at it right now, but there'll be a 20% miss chance.
Okay.
Okay, so the portal opens. Your hands holding the glaive appear next to the Wendigo. All 3 of those are potential hits. Do 3 D100s. We'll say low, like 1 to 20. It's gonna miss. Miss, hit, hit. So the second 2 are hits for 37 and 33 for a total of 70 damage. With your adamantine glaive, that does get through his resistances.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to Aurelia.
She's going to do what she does best and come and rescue me with a 50-foot fly speed. So she'll probably just fly out. And that would be... She's probably like 30 feet straight up.
Okay.
I'm sure she'd just fly up as high as she could go if that's the direction they went, and then look to see where they went.
Yeah, so she flies 30 feet up because where she's... I mean, she probably saw you like through the door, get like snatched, and then like go straight up. Give me a perception check to see if she can like narrow in. That is a... Sorry, scroll back down. Right. Nat 20. She knows exactly where you are.
And then she'll probably spend that last final move action to get as close as she can to them.
All right. So, with that being said, she's going to be able to see what it does next. And what it's going to do is it is going to fly 80 feet up. It's now 200 feet off the ground, which is going to be enough to reach, I believe, max fall damage. Okay. Just double checking that it does cap. I believe it caps at 20d6. Yes, it does. Okay. So now you're 200 feet up. It just straight opens its mouth and drops you.
Perfect.
You can make a reflex save to negate the first 10 feet.
Or
you can do that.
use a
Featherfall. Yeah, you begin drifting down. At that point, so it moved up. Free action dropped you. It like snarls at you, super super pissed. And as a result, as its standard action, it is going to open its mouth and howl. Everyone make a will save. And for Lucian, this is a fear effect. So everyone's getting a bonus from protection from evil, I believe, still. But it's not it's not a dominate effect or anything like that. Lucian has fearless. All right, Agnar.
Protection from evil still going.
Yes.
It's only a 15-minute time period.
Oh, it's only 15 minutes, and it's not still going. Odral and Agnar, those are both failures.
Oh God.
Cantham, and I'll roll for Badid. Cantham, you pass. Badid passes as well. However, Agnar, you, my friend, are going to be panicked. As is Malice. Agnar is panicked for 5 rounds. Odral is panicked for 5 rounds. And Malice is panicked for 7 rounds. Alright. That is the Wendigo's turn. Malice is just going to straight run away.
And she goes at full sprint, right?
Full speed out into the blizzard.
Full speed. Oh my God, that's 360 feet around.
Yeah, you see her just vanish into like the white abyss of the snow.
Gone.
All right, Badid still has a bead on this thing.
Where was Badid's save? Did he do it? Did he pass?
Sorry, I rolled a d20 on my side. I forgot that I could do it on that. I'm so used to doing rolls for me with dice. He did though. He got a he rolled a 17 on the die, and then he gets a plus 11 on will, I believe. So that was enough.
Good. I like that.
Okay, so with that, I will use. God help me if I tried to roll his attacks with dice. So he's gonna go off with the star knife.
No joke, dude.
Wendigo is gonna have partial concealment from the snowstorm. So first, let's see if there's any that hits first. Okay, so that is not the hasted one, but potential hit, potential hit, potential hit, potential hit. So that is 4 D100s. 20 or below is a miss. 1 miss, and it's the final one, so 3 hit. His are reduced because it's not adamantine. Oh my god, so much math. Hold on. Okay. The Wendigo is still alive. Also, Cantham, I forgot you don't have to make a perception check because you were in its jaws. You'd have seen this. On its turn, some of the wounds from Badid's first strike had already healed.
Gotcha.
Lucian, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hold a spell until it gets close to me. If it gets close to me.
Okay. Roger that. Cantham, so with Featherfall, how far have you fallen at this point? You were 200 feet up. and you fall 60 per round. So 140 feet up.
Seeing where that creature's at as I'm falling. And I mean, worst case scenario is I can always pull out my carpet. It's always around. I got that strapped to me, but I am actually going to go ahead and try and cast. Sorry, I'm trying to get that. It was.
No, you're good.
I don't know where it
High
went.
level
Hold on a
combat
second.
is very involved. You guys have come a long way from doing one attack around each and like a level 1 spell against a fortress of goblins.
Since this creature is flying around, I will probably try and cast Hold Monster on it.
Okay. Hold monster is a DC 28.
See if I can get it to just fall.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a caster level check to overcome its spell resistance.
Oh yeah, would I remember that from last time? Doesn't matter. I didn't remember this time. I'll get it next time.
Yeah, I don't think you guys did. I don't think that was one of the details you got. Was that it was spell resistant? Or maybe you did, but you did not know like what extent. That is close, but the spell fizzles out with no effect. So you're still drifting down. That brings us to Agnar.
Okay, he's just gonna take.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm panicked.
You are panicked.
Start running, bro.
Yeah, you'd have to full run out into the snow.
Okay. Let's see, because all this out in the this area is kind of flush with the patio we're on, right?
Yeah. So like once
All
that
right.
white border starts, that's like a different section of the map. But like essentially this area just continues out to the horizon with like, that was like until basically you got to that cliff where you guys fought the ghost. Just a whole bunch of like field of snowdrifts.
He's just gonna run over here.
All right, starts taking off opposite direction as Malice, just into the snow. Aurelia.
She will try and get an attack off on him. I don't remember exactly how close she was this time because
Okay,
she got
so she
up
flew 30 feet
100
before.
feet up.
He's 200 feet up. What is her fly speed?
50, so she would have been 100 feet up because that was the thing is she was just full on sprint.
Oh, she double moved.
So she would be able to. Right.
Okay, but she went like 20 feet out the door and then 80 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with her Ranseur as a reach weapon, on a charge attack, she could get a hit.
I will take your word for that.
So he basically charges straight upward. Ranseur at the ready. That's an extra +2 from a charge. And we will see if she connects. 28. She rams the Ranseur just full speed flying up. Tries to like push it directly into its chest from below and just bounces off its white fur. Which brings us to the Wendigo. All right. The Wendigo is... Let me check something. Because it's going to try to do some shenanigans, probably. All right. It is going to double move, which is going to provoke an op attack from Aurelia.
You got it.
That one is a hit for she goes in for 16. Okay. Some of it is reduced, but the Wendigo's still alive. Mm. It is going to double move and catch up. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna roll some chance dice here.
I got a side question.
Yes, go ahead.
When he was panicked, did he shut off the gloves of Shortened Path?
I feel like he probably would have. I feel like, aren't they like you'd probably have to concentrate to keep it open.
Okay.
So it is going to just double move. It's going to ignore something. It's going to double move and move straight down to Odral over on this side.
One thing, technically, I wouldn't be there anymore because we missed my last turn. I would have dropped my thing.
Sorry.
I would have ran.
Yes, sorry, I forgot to do that. Yes, so you ran. Okay, so you.
So I'd
Dwarfling,
be
pumping.
20, 40,
All right.
60. I would be 80 feet from here.
In that case, it's going to swoop around and try to bite Cantham again. So it kind of like goes down around the demon, gets op attacked, goes for a bite on Cantham. Cantham, do you want high or low? With I saw Odral's like, sorry, Cantham. High or low on this one?
Lucian better. Ah, man. Lucian's the only one who can do anything here. Huh. All right, well, we'll get to that in a
I will
minute.
say, I mean, the Wendigo looks fucked up.
I'll take high.
Like, he's, so he is now within, to go to Lucian's question, he's delaying a spell. Lucian, he is probably about 85 feet diagonal above you.
We'll take high, though.
Let me check my spell range.
Okay, you check that. You said high.
Yep.
High is a success. That's gonna be a fail. It's gonna bite you.
How many feet was he?
He's 85 feet on like a diagonal.
Okay. My spell has 100-foot range.
Hey, there you go. Okay, what spell's going off here?
It is a level 4 battering blast, intensified, maximized, and empowered.
Okay.
Can I
battering blast subject to spell resistance?
Yes.
Okay.
But can I use a free action to increase the caster level by 2? Can I use an Arcanist point?
I believe.
Or would I have to hold that to do that?
What action is it? A swift action?
It's a free action to use Arcanist.
Okay, yeah. So essentially that would be, I feel like what it would do is it would take your immediate action slot, which basically means you just can't make a swift action on your next turns. But you could do it now as an immediate action.
Okay, I'll increase the caster level.
Okay.
2, and then I'll
This
fire
is
4 blast at him.
All the marbles. All right, give me the spellcraft checks. Once you do
the
your
first blast.
And this is against touch AC, right?
Yep, it is.
Okay, first one does not connect with a 15. Second one does connect.
Terrible.
Oh, and it automatically rolls the
yep.
spell resistance in. I didn't even see that.
Yep, it's in there.
Okay, so first blast, like, he just kind of smacks this ball of, like, purple energy. It's like the most badass magic missile you've ever fucking seen in your life. Smacks it to the side, and then he leaves himself open for the next one to slam into his chest. He looks like
Is he still up?
one more would finish off this Wendigo. 25
Spell
hits
resistance
touch.
is less than 34.
His spell resistance is 28. The second one is it lets out another one of those, like, this, like, insane spine-curdling roar. This blast takes off the Wendigo's head. And its headless body plummets into the snow.
Are we able to see if the antlers fall anywhere, or are they just gone too? Because we want those.
I would say it would be so perfectly shot that the antlers fall to the ground.
Yes.
105. He maximized the shit out of that. I mean, I feel like I feel like the antlers would just be like cartoon style left in a cloud of fucking mist as the blast takes out this thing's head.
Sweet. We got a holder for candles now, guys.
Fucking chandelier of Wendigo horns. Okay. First of all, we'll resolve the panic people in a second. That was the highest CR creature you guys have fought yet. That was a CR 17 creature.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
Its next move would have been exceedingly bad. Because you guys have lowered it enough. You guys found out before researching the Wendigo that it leads people to cannibalism, right? There are two ways that it can do that. It can infect your dreams, which it would have done if you guys had slept here instead of teleporting. Also, it has the ability to wind walk at will, basically like turn into a winter breeze and flow across the landscape. Its goal when it gets low is to grab one of you and do that. And if you fail the saves against its psychosis while you're so close to it in the wind walk, you will be corrupted and eventually become one of them. Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Agnar's gonna kind of walk up to the. Oh, sorry, we gotta
Right. Well,
solve that.
first of all, let's do XP because this is gonna be a pretty penny just on one creature.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have a trek back for sure.
That
Blizzard.
is gonna be 102,400 divided by 4. Fuck. Hold on. I suck at this calculator. Everybody's gonna get 25,600 from killing the Wendigo. Alright. So what happens immediately after that? You guys are still running for a few rounds, but during like the first round, the ghost of Karavek turns normal, like a real dwarf again, smiles and fades, at which point Silas, the brother who wanted you to help him, turns to the rest of you that are there and says, "You've saved my brother. You've saved me. I should reward you by simply taking the path to Jin Shalast with me into the beyond to save you. Yet I sense that you still harbor the desire to see those golden ruins. Very well. Look to the pages of my ledger for the way, and may Torag watch over you in the darkness to come." And he imbues you all with the knowledge of where there is a secret room in here. It's this like little tiny area over here of where his ledger and hidden papers are. As he passes, however, with the Wendigo dead, Silas is able to lift the last vestiges of the Wendigo's hold on this like 100-mile area that was its terrain. And those of you who are panicked are no longer panicked. So you guys are, I believe, are all one sprint distance away from the cabin. You guys are gonna have to make, unless you guys have a separate plan, those of you who are out in the snow are gonna have to make a survival check to make their way back.
Oh boy.
Odral,
Let me,
you are.
There's
Okay,
a
I'll
plus
take that.
2 on that because if I'm not still panicked anymore, that's a 25.
You are not
Or,
panicked anymore.
Sorry. A 14 for me. Sorry.
I was gonna say, holy
yeah, it's
shit,
gonna be
25. Okay, 25 is going to be a success. You can make it back to the porch. The storm is starting to abate. Now the Wendigo is not controlling the weather around here. Malice is still out there, but those of you who are on the porch can either make a survival check or a perception check to see. Agnar comes sprinting out of the storm. See if you, to make perception or survival, see if you can spot Malice and spot Odral. Whichever you would want to use. Alright. I'm going to roll evens odds. Alright. Lucian, you spot Odral out in the storm. And with a 30, Cantham, you spot Malice. What do you guys do to try to lead them back to the house?
How far away is Odral from me?
Joel, what was your run action distance?
Full run is 80 feet.
I'm gonna cast message and direct him back to where we're at.
You hear like a whisper in your ear. Joel's like, "Keep going. No, stop there. Like, take a left." And he directs you perfectly back with magic. Cantham, Malice is, you're her lifeline. What are you doing?
I think I have a spell to really help with that.
You could try
If I can see her, maybe just straight up whistle, maybe, or.
All right. I'll say I'm gonna give her another perception check then, as you like purposely like call for her as her master. DC through that snow is gonna be a 25. That's a success. You managed to lead Malice back to the house.
Good girl.
All right. You guys have taken out the Wendigo. Succeeded in this mission in the cabin.
And another home.
Just the mini game of this campaign is it's a fucking real estate manager. You guys are cornering the market on exotic Varisian vacation homes.
Or chateau in the mountains. Agnar's gonna take his glaive.
Chateau. What a lovely way to describe a cabin where like 15 dwarves ate each other.
It's got history. Or was a character.
A character. All right. So who of you? I assume some of you guys probably doing some healing and repairing. Who goes to that little secret room to find the ledger? Any of you?
What do we know? Actually, what language were they? Were they speaking Common or Dwarven or anything like that?
They were just speaking Common to you
Ledger.
when the ghost.
So is it?
If you go check out the ledger, you would see that it is in Common. This is like a business document that was like he needed it to be in Common. A lot of it is like like the mine and like the profits they've made. But since a lot of investors backed this expedition, it is written in Common.
Gotcha. Since there are no takers, Cantham will go and do it.
All right, Cantham. Even as you open it, you see like the last remnants of what the ghost of Silas did. You see several parchment pages kind of appear with a pop in the air and like drift down onto an open ledger, where you see there had been pages ripped out before. So like if you guys had found this room earlier, you would not have been able to see it without helping the ghost.
Gotcha. So the extra pages just materialize.
Mm-hmm. The extra pages,
very cool,
in like exacting detail, tell you how to get to Jin Shalast, which we'll get to in a minute. Additionally, you guys just got a lot of XP, but for putting the Veckers to rest, before the Wendigo had a chance to complete its hold on the ghosts and try to transform them into Wendigos, and finding the journal, everybody is going to get 51,200 XP.
51-2?
Yeah, 51,200.
Dang.
Yeah, hefty amount.
Yeah, that certainly puts us over towards 16.
Yeah, that's over. I think level is at 600,000.
God damn.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Sweet.
Open up Hero Forge.
Is that that's level up? Hell yeah. Excellent.
Wow, that'll be weird. I'll be taking a level of cleric again.
Full circle.
Who'd have thunk?
What a mystery.
All right. So, you guys now have instructions on how to get to the city of Jin Shalast.
Woof.
You know you have to do several things first. You are going to have to follow what people believe is the River Ava, which supposedly used to lead to the city. But you guys all know from your earlier checks and previous sessions that the River Ava is like not a thing anymore. It leads into part of the mountains and goes nowhere, dead ends. However, you realize that there is a way to see the river that you need to see. To spot the River Ava, people need to be starved. They need to clear their mind of anything else, not eat for several days. And after that, they will be able to see the ghostly after image of where the River Ava used to flow before 10,000 years of shifting landscapes diverted its flow. However, he does in the notes warn you that something is wrong in this portion of the Kodar Mountains, and he believes it still is. He can't put his finger on it, but something in the mountains makes him feel wrong at his very core. He warns you all that even despite your best efforts, the environment itself might loop you around. So I'm going to show you guys a kind of top-down area here. You can see from where you guys were before, you would know now to follow the River Ava all the way up to here, where that kind of white box is. As you get farther in the mountains, anything you want to do to prepare, having this like vague but some knowledge here. Anybody? Or do you just march forward into the mountains? All right.
How's
I
everybody
guess we're-
feeling?
Guess we're just marching forward.
Hell yeah.
It looks like Canth. One sec. I actually, now that I see that, I didn't see Cantham was low.
Yeah, you could heal Cantham on the way up there. So assume as you guys march along the river's banks, a little bit easier to follow than just going through the snow. He heals you on the way. As you all get to near where the River Ava geographically is supposed to end, everyone give me a wisdom check, first of all. Okay.
There it
Wisdom
is.
or will?
I was like, holy shit,
Wisdom
30.
specifically. Yeah, I thought that was wisdom, Lucian. I was like, oh my god, what?
That would be nice.
I was like, I thought you were a
Right.
fucking incaster. How is he doing that? Okay. All of you, as you get deeper in the mountains, just feel this. You feel what the dwarves felt. Just this sense of impending dread and worry. The feeling in your gut that something is going to go wrong that you just can't put your finger on. You're not taking any mechanical debuffs or anything like that, but you can't shake this nagging feeling at the back of your mind. Next, and this one will be a will save, everyone make a will save. All right. So Agnar and Lucian are going to fail. As you march through, Lucian and Agnar, you feel like you are taking the exact same route as Odral and Cantham. Odral and Cantham, give me perception checks as you continue this march. Odral, everything seems fine. Cantham, you realize that Lucian is starting to split west. Agnar is splitting east, and they both are walking in like a loop to head back where you came from. What do you do as you spot them doing this?
I yell at Aurelia to go get Agnar. And Odral, since I guess his character's a little further east, to see if he can get Lucian's attention. And is Bedid good?
Bedid, let me roll his. I only rolled his wisdom, not his will. Bedid is okay. He sees through this.
All right. Perfect. Try and get their attention to follow us, and if Agnar keeps persisting or Lucian, I will have either Aurelia cast Charm Person or myself.
All right, Agnar, Aurelia swoops down on you, and she's like, "Easy, big guy. You're going back where we came from." Until she says this, Agnar, you had no idea. You were like, to your eyes, it looked like you were walking deeper into the Kodar Mountains.
Oh, crap. Okay. And then start walking back, I guess.
All right. Taking takes a little bit, but you guys are able to. Those of you who succeeded are able to help the rest of them go through the mountains. Lucian, give me a spellcraft check. Okay. With that and your ability to detect magic, you see a faint, ever-present shimmer in the air of conjuration magic. You've never heard of anything like this. It seems to extend miles, a ridiculous radius for a spell. But there is some sort of spatial magic that makes the mind have a difficult time connecting to the reality of this landscape. With a 41, that is enough that you realize that not only would it affect your mind, it would also affect any spatial magic. It would be either like a failure or a dangerous result if you tried to teleport or use similar magic inside this like field.
Dang, good thing you had that.
All right.
Would that include like Dimension Door?
You would think a low enough level teleport would have a less likely result of like, it wouldn't be as catastrophic if something went wrong. It still might go wrong, but it's not as bad as like a teleport or a greater teleport. All right. So, all of you, if you want to camp out, you get to the port in the notes where he says they had to wait for a while. You guys will have to not eat anything for 3 days. At which point, you are going to each take, if you choose to do this, do you guys do it? Per his notes?
Yeah, we kind of
all of us,
feel like
or
we have
is
to.
it just one of us?
It has to be all of you.
Can
if you want
one
to
of
see
us
the
lead?
river.
Oh, okay.
If you all do it, everyone takes 5 non-lethal. And after 3 days, as the moon begins to climb to its zenith, full and glowing, an auspicious sign for all of you, you see what looks to be a clearish white river flowing up the side of one of the mountains through a side pass between them. Following this river, the afterimage of the river Ava, you all are going to first find yourself in a strange fen, an area of land where volcanoes mix with the ice to create a more temperate environment. Do you guys have anything to get rid of your exhaustion, or would you try to sleep in the ice fens? Knowing that your goal of the Golden City is only a few miles away.
I'd like to try and remove the exhaustion if we can, so I'd look at O'Drawal and see if he has anything that might be able to help us out. Worst case scenario, I do have a backup plan in mind that I think we can sleep peacefully.
I could prepare and use all of my 4th level spells.
Yeah, that's not
And
worth
that could
it.
almost get all of us to. At least I think.
Man, high level clerics are wild. It's just like, oh, we didn't sleep and we're exhausted? Fuck that. Power of God.
I mean, I can do it to 3 of us, but again, it would use all 3 of my restorations.
No.
All right.
Let's hold up. Then why don't we do this? I'll throw out my fortress.
Okay. You throw down the cube. Grows into this like adamantine fortress for you guys to sleep in.
Load on in there with the carpet and have a good rest.
All right. As the night goes on while you sleep, everyone give me a perception check. All right. All right, Cantham, even with sleeping, a 39 is going to be enough to hear something. What languages does Cantham speak?
Oh, he can speak Halfling, Draconic, Giant, and Thessalonian.
Okay.
Common.
You hear a strange tongue that you don't immediately recognize, but it seems to be muttering angrily in a high female voice as it circles your tower. Does the tower have any like windows or arrow slits?
I believe we can open up ports on it,
Okay. Do you choose to do that?
but not right now. I'll probably wake up. Well, I'll probably wake everyone up, but more importantly, wake Lucian up and see if he can understand what the heck they're saying.
Okay. All right. Lucian, do you speak Sylvan?
Check.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
All right. In the language of the Fae, you hear a female voice saying, "What is this? Another of his tricks? Gods, it's my job to defend the ice mists, the fen of the ice mists, but yeah, his monsters have been making it harder and harder. This must be another trap. I should dispatch it and sink it beneath the ice."
And this voice is coming from outside.
Yeah, it's like as you're listening, it's like sounds like it's like rotating around this like adamantine fortress you guys summoned, like the tower.
I'm gonna say, whoa, whoa, whoa! Before you do anything rash, we could talk about this.
All right. Do you like open a porthole to try to like signal her?
Nope. I assume
shout
she
it in
can hear
Sylvan?
me since I can hear her.
Okay. Who's that? Who's in there?
It's the heroes of Sandpoint.
Means nothing to me. Come out, that we might discuss face to face.
I'm going to cast Fey Form on myself and make me a sprite, and I'm going to sneak out through a little. Is there like a crack or something I can get through?
I'll say you like barely prop open a porthole and like sneak out as a sprite. And you
Okay.
see a beautiful, naked, what looks at first to be an elf, but with your knowledge of the Fae, you realize that it is a nymph floating through the air around your tower. You there, sprite. I am Svivenka, queen of the ice mists. And with that, we're going to take our second of our breaks and find out just who this mysterious character is when we come back. All right, we got everybody back.
Yep.
Odral. All right, Agnar.
Yep, here.
And
good.
All right, cool. We're good. So last left off, Cantham is like rousing people in the tower. And Lucian is outside in pixie form talking to Svavenka, who says she is the queen of the ice mists. What do you say to her?
Who do you think put our tower here? You're saying something about him or he.
Karzug, of course. He reaches out with his mind, his influences, sends dragons over my realm.
Love to get rid of him for you.
She raises an eyebrow. You all are enemies of Karzug?
Can I sense motive to see if she actually is an enemy of him?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, 20. You know that she hates him.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're here. We're actually searching for him so we can dispatch of him permanently.
She smiles and she's like, well, this is excellent. You know, I could give you some information about his city.
Would you like to come in and meet the other heroes of Sandpoint?
Sure. If they all are of a like mind as you.
As far as I know, they all are.
Right. You can lead her back inside. So you see this beautiful nymph float through. Your pixie friend tells me that you all are out to stop Karzug. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Good. Good. Wow.
Odral and I here have been on this path for months now. Agnar, my big friend here, he's been with us a little longer. You know, he's been with us for a month or so now at this point. The other two gentlemen here, I believe you met our other friend Lucian. They've been with us for a shorter time, but still, we all have the same goal in mind.
Hell yeah. She's like, well, I've been to the city. What do you want to know?
What are we going to be facing?
Oh, all manner of things. First, there's the city's natives, although they're in two factions. They're called skulks. There's the relatively peaceful and less powerful Spared. And then there's the minions of the hidden beast. Try to steer clear of the beast. Is a vampiric creature, and all the skulks under its rule would sooner kill you as a look at you.
Now, within this city, is there a shortest distance between the entrance and where we will find Karzug that you can direct us down, or is it just a matter of hide and seek once we get in there?
Try to hide as best you can. You'll enter the city from the eastern end. From the southern end. As you get farther north, you will approach Mahar Masif, the mountain that contains his fortress. There you will find him, hidden away in his chamber. I'll be happy when he's dead.
Would you and perhaps any of your friends care to join us and help, certainly it'd make a dispatching of him and his entourage that much easier.
Give me a persuasion check. Or sorry, not persuasion. That's 5e. If you want some of that, give me a diplomacy check, Hunter.
I was like, persuasion? Shit, I don't have that.
No. I was thinking outside our system.
All right.
All right. I could do that. I've powerful druidic magic. If you think I could be of help, perhaps it's time, with allies, that I strike back at Karzuk.
We would greatly appreciate that for sure. We can always use the extra help. We're unsure of what we're going up against, so having your knowledge there will be worth that and then some.
Excellent. Oh, and we'll need to be careful when we get to the peak. That's where the occlusion field is.
The inclusion field?
Occlusion with an O. I'll type it.
Okay.
So it's not warm and inviting for everyone.
No. She's like, well, to start with, to get up there, we'll be in... I don't know how familiar you are with nature, but we'll be in the death zone. She describes to you a death zone is basically when you're on a mountain and you've reached elevation of like greater than 2,600 feet. That's where like the atmospheric pressure on a planet is not high enough to keep the oxygen molecules inside. So there it is, like you would struggle to breathe while in the death zone unless you take precautions.
So Agnar has the background of being from mountains, the hills or mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got that whole like help terrain. Is he immune to that, or how's that work?
I'd have to read it, but I believe it would just give him. But functionally, in game mechanics, you have to make fortitude saves as you go through a death zone.
Okay.
And he would probably just be like better at that than most. Being from mountains, I mean, he probably didn't like live in a death zone, but he probably would have, scaled up them a few times, and like knows what it feels like. She's like, there's that to worry about, and then there's a magical field that emanates from the palace. The occluding field, or occlusion field, depending on whose minions you ask. It's a powerful effect that it shuns and rejects those not from the region. Even I try to get close and it's difficult. It's like gravity forcing you down. Teleportation's impossible. Astral projecting or shadow walking. Ethereal spells, all useless. There is, however,
But
a way around it.
have you seen people going in and out?
I have. I flew above and saw. The only people that were able to go in and out without taking bone-crushing damage and having their minds affected wore a strange medallion or ring. She sketches in the dirt, much like my medallion, she sketches the Sihedron rune, the 7-pointed star.
We got a few of those lying around.
Could work.
We might be able to work our way in. We'll definitely need more, though.
I'm sure we can
If we
find some
come
in the
to it.
city. If you want to sneak in, we should avoid the upcoming pass. That's the realm of Bjormundal. He's a frost giant who leads a tribe of cloud giants. They intend to guard the pass against any intruders as Karzug grows his armies. If you want to sneak in, we'll have to go around them.
Are there more giants on the inside?
She nods. All species of giant. The city itself is built to accommodate them. It seems when it was first built, it was built with giants in mind. And then there are the those monsters. Not cloud, not frost, not fire. Their skin is like onyx with glowing symbols all over it. You guys remember from your research, this sounds like rune giants. A race that the Runelords made by crossbreeding other giants and like magically enhancing the offspring. Then, like I said, there's the hidden one. I only caught a small glimpse of him once, just a tentacle slithering back into the shadows. But his minions are most assuredly the undead. If we want to sneak the best we can, we should find, again, one of those skulks, the spared. They might help us. Apart from that, Lamia patrol the area. You guys remember Lamia as like the two other women you fought who were like snake people. There's abominable snowmen roaming the grounds. I even once saw, she shudders, a being from the seventh ring of hell, Cocytus, an ice devil, his body covered in black ice, wielding a magical staff. And then, of course, there's the nightmare creatures. He's pulled in denizens of Lang. Creatures that, by all rights, should only skulk in your mortal dreams. Walk his lands. I'm sure you all seem powerful and can fight off many of these beasts. But be careful. To have come so far and to die at the final hurdle. It would be tragic.
Don't worry, I got backup PC made. Just kidding, I don't actually have one. I got all my eggs in this one basket, Ben. Don't fuck me over.
Alright, well, just like
That would be me.
the last true dangerous ally. That's what I mentioned earlier. I was muttering that he flew his dragons around here. Well, most are drakes or young dragons. Except for Glorofakes. He's very, very old and very powerful. Massive in size. She describes to you effectively a gargantuan, very old age category blue dragon.
Oh,
No big deal. Is he in the city or is he out and about in the pass?
Mainly he keeps to Jin Shalast, but he's roamed as far afield as the Ice Mist before.
I'm feeling far more unprepared for this battle.
yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a scary place. You guys are in one of the tallest peaks in the entire world. Fighting the armies of one of the objectively most powerful wizards that has ever lived.
So the question. So the danger from being up this high, it's from the air, not from a weather thing, right?
It's not from a weather thing. It's mainly just the oxygen. And you guys haven't entered the death zone yet. So basically, there's the city of Jin Shalas. If you look at the map, you can see she like describes where it is and its general shape. So you can see it's up here. At the edge of the city is Mahar Masif, the mountain that his palace is on. That mountain is even higher than the peaks you guys are already on. That would be a death zone. Like, it's cold and, like, not good where you guys are. You guys are probably about, like, 1,800 feet above, the rest of the world. But the death zone starts at 2,600. So you're not quite there yet.
Okay. So then the spell I was looking at isn't going to help us. I was looking at Enduring Elements. That's not going to help that.
I mean, that would it is also going to be extremely cold up there. Like that would help deal with the cold factor for sure. Like essentially, you're risking asphyxiation on one side, but you would also be taking like cold damage from being so high up in the mountains too. So Endure Elements could definitely help.
Well, if I had some time to sleep and re-prepare some spells, I think I can help a little bit with the elements that we're going to have to deal with.
Okay.
Some of this other stuff, I don't know, guys.
All right.
I think that'd be pretty smart. Like, take our time. Do what we need to do to like really get ready for this?
Okay. Yeah, she's open to questions of what she's told you guys. She told you a lot. She does like point out, like describe how far away where Bjormundal and his giants, that X is where they're waiting in ambush down that pass. The kind of darker areas on this map are like the lowlands. The white is the high peaks.
Gotcha.
She's like, I've done...
And so the only other way to get to it is to go kind of the long way to the north part, and then we'd have to cross through more of the city to get to the pass to get up into the...
So his palace is over...
castle.
This area. This is the palace. This red line up here. Or like that's where the mountain starts, is right here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That being said, the terrain going around the other way, she would tell you it's a lot more treacherous if you went around like this path.
It's a lot more treacherous if we go that way?
Yeah.
So it's either we go that way or we deal
She
with the
says
giants.
she says she's like, there are like creatures like yetis and like other creatures that live in this area that are kind of wild, that like aren't to be bargained with, that live there, as well as the paths there are less prepared, and as a result there's more chances of like avalanches, you know, rock slides, that kind of shit.
Agnar is always down to go kill some giants, so
yeah,
that's his vote.
All right. The armor that we got off of that undead dwarf, what was that again? Does someone have that written down? It was a +4.
It was a +4 padded armor
with improved cold resistance.
Yeah.
That's the part I was looking for. That really doesn't help anyone, does it? Is anyone in that kind of armor or anywhere close to that?
No, it lowers my AC by quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right. She would ask, she's like, do you have any other questions about his city? Anything that I can do, I will.
Can you repeat that? What was that?
She's offers, she's like, any other questions you have about the city, I can do my best to answer. I can't guarantee that I'll know, because I've had to keep my distance and not risk being caught, but I've seen various parts of the city during several sorties while flying.
No, I mean, maybe as we get closer, I might have some more questions, but right now I think it's more facing the thing that's in front of us. The biggest thing is the giants. I guess that's where we're going to go.
Are we intending to sneak by them, or?
I would like to, but unfortunately, and she points at the dwarf and the big guy, I don't think it's going to be possible with these two. Not only that, this guy has a hard time passing up giants.
Mm.
All right. He's like, very well. We'll approach as best we can then. All right. Oh, give me one. Give me 1 sec. Okay. So you guys are going to approach the giants. You guys would be able to finish your night's sleep after this, for sure. All right.
Before we leave as well,
Mm-hmm.
for the morning, I will look at Aurelia and tell her that I can't force you to go past this point unwillingly. If you would like to stick with us, I'm sure we'd all appreciate your company along this journey. You've certainly proved your worth 10 times over. And you've kind of been forced into a life. Any way you look at it, you know, before we got here and after we got here, you've been forced into a life that wasn't necessarily your own. So at this point, I am going to disenchant her and let her know that if she wants to stay, we'd absolutely love to have her along, but she's free to make her own way in the world now.
All right. She kind of flexes her fingers around the Ranseur, looks at you all, looks at Cantham specifically, looks at Agnar. I spent thousands of years with my mother. I lived in Runeforge. I stayed by the iron cages of rust, never venturing out because I had everything I needed. But just this one time, I feel as though there is more to see. And as strange as it sounds, you all have been kind. Particularly you, Agnar. I've come this far with all of you. Enchanted or no, I'll see it to the end. After that, we'll see what life throws at us.
So Agnar's actually going to pull out a ring and say, well, you spent 1,000 years doing all that stuff. Would you want to spend a couple decades with me? And he's going to pop the question.
Holy shit. What does the ring look like?
Yeah, what is this ring?
Drow? And actually, I don't have the stream of Drow did an artwork for it.
Oh, damn.
And can someone put
there.
that in our Runeforge chat? Because I can't see it.
Does someone have the art for it? I don't have the art for it.
Okay.
Oh, and I never got it.
All right.
Well, I'll certainly, if they aren't busy and they pop it up in a minute, I will for sure show it.
And I forget the name of it, but mechanically, it is it gives like a +5 to against. I guess a +5 against dominate monster or dominate person, whichever one.
Okay. I think I have.
What was
I have
the
ring
ring?
here? Hold on, give me one sec. While you look that up, I'm just saving the ring as an image so I can project it. Give me one sec. Come now. Okay. Does not want to open. All right. I have two rings. It's one of these two. Give me one sec. I'm gonna open them up and. That's not what I want. Yes. Right. All right. Wedding rings do not want to open for some reason on my computer, but I will show them on the browser here in a second. On the stream, was this the ring? The ruby inlay? Or was it within like a purple amethyst? Hello?
Oh, I thought you were asking Drow.
Oh no, I was asking you.
I don't. Oh yeah, I don't know.
She said you
I haven't
preferred
seen
one of those, or they said you preferred one of those two. But I'm gonna say the ruby one fits.
Roll a d2.
I feel like the ruby one fits the aesthetic for an Alu demon really well.
Send it.
All right, I got that on the stream. I'm trying to send it through our Runelords chat as well, so we can see it there. It's not gonna work like that, is it? Hold on. All right. I will attach it in 1 second.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, there we go. Now you guys can see it, and you guys can see it on the stream.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And now for her reaction to that. She looks extremely surprised, first of all. She's like, monogamy. What a mortal concept. But intriguing nonetheless. How long do humans live for?
80 years ish.
80 years is less than 1,000. She takes it out of your hand and slips it on.
Nice. And then
But if you die, if I'm correct in the law, if you die, I get all your stuff?
that is correct.
Well, I've always had a thing for younger men, I suppose. She like examines the ring with her hand like splayed out.
And then in typical Agnar fashion, he's gonna look at her and wink, and he's gonna go, I'm no elemental wizard, but if I were you, I'd expect a few inches tonight.
Oh my god.
The worst
Oh
one
my
yet.
God.
That's the worst one yet.
Yes. And you waited till after she
Why
said
is
yes
that-
to throw that one
why
out there.
was yet the post proposal one?
It's too late. She
I
said
mean,
yes.
she's a full. I mean, she's a sex demon, so she's just like she just laughs and laughs it off, and she's like, "Well,
Anthem.
we'll see
Oh,
if
go
we
ahead.
live through that creepy tentacle vampire that she described, the giants, the dragons, the insane inhabitants of the city, the rune giants, and the apparently ancient wizard that wants to tear apart the world. Then we'll see what happens."
Anthem will say congrats to both of them and elbow Agnar and tell him, hey, just because you guys are married doesn't mean you guys have to be monogamous.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I have the Horn of Valhalla.
My god.
She's like, "This'll do just fine." Although I admit, she looks down and she's still only wearing that single bralette thing that she had on earlier, and the leather pant, the leather very very shortcut booty shorts basically. It's just like, well, I don't really have any clothes like a wedding dress or anything. Really, we usually didn't wear any clothes at all in the dungeon. I just put them on for combat. Well, maybe we'll find some nice dresses up in the city.
I don't know. Maybe Cantman has one in his endless hole that he carries around.
Just her mother's toys.
Oh, you kept the trove. Excellent. Perhaps that would be
Yeah, maybe it'll be a wedding gift.
a fine dowry. What are you bluffing with shit?
Yeah, what are you bluffing?
I clicked on it by accident.
Oh,
I thought you were
damn.
about to tell
was like,
some
yes,
like
Lucian's
Putting
getting in
skill
on this.
points in.
I was like, what possible lie is happening here?
I was excited to see what Lucia was going to throw out there. Damn, you got me all hyped on that, bro.
Oh my god.
Well, congratulations. I'm gonna walk around and touch everyone and cast Endure Elements on everyone.
All right.
It lasts for 24 hours, so
Oh god
hitting
damn.
it now doesn't hurt.
Before you cast that spell,
Do you have
Yeah.
another spell?
I can cast
What the
life bubble on
fuck?
everybody. That's 30 hours and it should protect us from everything.
Jesus fuck.
Okay, forget
It
it.
works.
All right.
How long
Well,
does that last for?
32
I will.
hours. Sorry.
I will say, to not discount Odral's contribution, there are perhaps many instances where having multiple spells on you could be very helpful.
Well, I did prepare them, so maybe I'll pop them off in case, like, say, some Dispel Magic or something happens.
It's a possibility in this very high magic end of the campaign.
So everyone also has Endure Elements for
All
24
right, you guys
hours.
just like this beautiful mixture, like stacking arcane and divine magic wraps around the party. Svavenka like looks on in interest. He was like, "Well, this was a wild departure from how I thought this encounter was going to go. I thought I might have to kill all of you and sink your bodies into the ice mists. But this is quite lovely. You're getting married. There's spells. I haven't used much of my magic today. Let's go kill some giants."
And that was everyone, not just the party members.
Oh, that was including the other two? Okay. Excellent.
I burned 7 spells.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just making a quick note on her stuff that she has that too. Excelente.
Aurelia gain levels? We'll chat about it between sessions.
Yeah,
we'll chat about it later.
I think maybe she could get a level up for the end here. Especially because she has like a her prestige. We'll talk about it later. Her prestige class isn't ideal without her mom. That being said, with 15 minutes left here, we'll probably get up to the giant battle, but not get into it. As you guys navigate towards the pass that'll lead you to Jin Shalast, the giants, you know they're there. They're going to be coming up. You guys no longer have to make any saves for the cold weather and this strange mix of like volcanoes near you mixing with the ice mists, creating this insane like biosphere way up in the mountains. There's even trees here and foliage despite the insane altitude. Everyone give me a perception check to see how far off you can spot the giants.
Don't worry, guys, I got you. I don't. I rolled a 2.
All right, I'm going to show you exactly what you guys are seeing. It's a cloud giant. There's no official map for this pass. That is too big. Oh, actually, no, it's not too big, but we're going to have to use this grid. Essentially, the way the book usually plays this out is this whole like white bordered section of this map, like this part of the Verizian map, that is the width of the pass. Does that make sense? So like from yeah,
from here to here.
Yeah, correct. From like that one side to the other. So it's about 85 feet, although it looks incredibly crowded, as the first thing you see is 3 beautiful giant women. They're huge sized, carrying these golden spears with flowing like light green hair. These appear to be the cloud giants you had heard about. And then Behind them, it isn't an official art, but I'm going to put his token behind them. He is smaller. He is only large-sized, but you see a frost giant. He's carrying a massive great axe. It seems even like bigger than it should be for his size. And you see the rest of them are kind of like trying to avoid eye contact. As he is just like yelling orders like, "Stand there, protect the pass. No one gets through, or me will have your head before Kazug even hears about it." If there are any preparatory magics you guys want to put out, you guys can add those buffs, and then next time we will begin with the first battle that blocks the gates to Jin Shalast. Right.
Everyone would get haste. Everyone would get good hope.
All right, haste,
I'd
good
throw
hope.
greater heroism on Agnar.
Hell yeah. And Svavenka is going to have prepared for this day of spells. She is going to cast Barkskin on Aurelia, on Agnar, and on Odral. She's a pretty high level druid. So those three characters are going to get Barkskin +4. So all those people get another +4 to their AC.
Awesome.
All right.
And then, yeah, we'll pick up next week, but if everyone's okay with it, I'd like to try and get the first spell off before they notice we're there.
Yeah, we can try to get the first spell off here. And then, yeah, what spell are you trying to get off with these 4 giants? And this is the actual formation. This is how they're spread out.
That's how they're spread out?
Yeah,
Okay,
let me make
gotcha.
sure they're perfectly... Some of them are a little bit off grid for some... There we go. Okay, that's the lineup. 3 cloud giants in front, the rest behind.
Gotcha. It would be dominate. I try and dominate one of them. Try and help us out.
Which one? Just so I can mark them if they fail.
It'd be this far right one.
Far right one. Okay.
Weaken the far right flank.
What's your what is your will save on this?
It's 30 now.
She is going to fail with a 22. And you see she stands up, looking toward the rest of them. This thing that looks kind of like a spear, as she rotates, you see the head is shaped more like bulbously than a spear. This is some sort of like giant morning star that she is going to level. And then as like a surprise for you guys, she is going to attack the middle giant. 5-foot step in with reach, spinning the morning star around her head, and is going to lay into them. And that's how we will start next time, with her attacking the mid cloud giant.
Awesome.
All right.
Hell
Ooh.
yeah.
So first of all, you guys are in book 6. There are 7 parts in book 6. You guys are about to enter part 4. So like almost
Those
at
first
like
3 went through.
yeah, the first 3
Those
are very
first 2 went
fast.
quick.
So you guys are almost to like the halfway point of the final book. That being said, let's do our quick house business. First of all, awesome sound packs. They have a whole series of sound packs specifically designed for this campaign on Sirenscape. So thanks as always to Sirenscape for the awesome atmosphere and music. You can add the sounds we used tonight and more to your game when you download either the Sirenscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 10 sound sets that are included to get you started. You don't even need to register. Just head on over to Sirenscape.com to find out more. Now I'm going to drop some links in the chat. We've already had some posted there about the podcast. I'm going to show you a link to read more about the podcast, how to support our stream, what packs we like to typically use on all our various streams, how to join our Discord, and all that fun stuff. Just some quick announcements for everyone here. Also, I saw you guys in chat about that wedding day one-shot. That's definitely a good idea. I'll put that in my notes. If people are down, I think that's really potentially very cool here. And here, let me drop the link for... We are using the Runelords Anniversary Edition, not the original, because the original is 3.5, and we are playing Pathfinder. But here are the links that we are using. Finally, just an announcement of streams next 2 nights. So next 2 nights for Christmas Eve and Christmas, we will not be streaming. However, on Christmas, the actual night of Christmas, the 25th, this Friday, we are going to be putting out a special advanced screening of episode 4 of the Sundine Chronicles podcast. The actual episode is not going to be up on iTunes or any other services until after the holiday break, around January 11th. But if you watch the screening, there is going to be a code inside, as well as instructions on how to redeem it for your chance to enter into the raffle to win the Pathfinder Society Guide from the Lost Omens series. This is a Pathfinder 2 ebook that gives you all the information about the actual Pathfinder Society in this world. I reviewed it on this channel before. It's definitely one of my favorite new books they have released, and the people at Paizo were kind enough to let us raffle it off during the podcast. Now, that raffle is going to be open until episode 5 comes out, so you have until January 18th, January 18th to have a chance to claim that prize. Final thing, Lure just dropped us one last random magic item. I'm going to say that Svavenka would have killed an adventure in the past and given it to you guys. And we still have a few minutes left in our normal scheduled time. So I'm going to say, let's give the groom himself the final roll here. Agnar, do you want to roll for your randomly dropped item from the chat?
Sure.
All right. You want to get weapons and armor on this, or just straight magic items, like wondrous items?
Straight magic.
All right. Give me the D12 and a D100. Let's see what our final drop of the night is, and then we'll bid everyone good night. Ooh,
Nice
baby,
dowry.
it is my favorite. It is a good old slotless item. That's what I like to see.
Oh.
Heck
Yes.
All right.
Hey, wait, that could be a... Could that be a stone?
Potentially.
An ion stone?
So you got 50. And you guys should be in the very least the lesser major slots. What the fuck is that? All right, so it's either... Hold on, I gotta do evens odds on this, because either one of two items... evens is going to be the better item. That is a nat 20 on the d20, so that is evens. So it's going to be the greater major slotless item, which is the highest tier. Oh, baby. This is perhaps... God damn it, Drow dropped another one in the chat, too. For the Lovebirds. But this first one is yet another horn. Give me a spellcraft check.
Even better.
Much like your Horn of Valhalla. All right. This is a Horn of Blasting Greater. So, give me 1 second to get the full description. The Horn of Blasting Greater functions like a normal Horn of Blasting if you look that up. Basically, when you blow into it, it deals damage in a 40-foot cone. The greater one deals 10d6 sonic damage, stuns creatures for 1 round, and deafens them for 4d6 rounds, depending on saves.
That's awesome.
If the creature is made of crystal, it does even more. However, if you use it, there is a cumulative % chance that it will explode. So I'm going to link you guys. This is not the greater one. But the greater one is basically just an improved version of this link. And all right, our lovebirds got their roll. Who hasn't rolled yet tonight for a random item? Lucian, did you roll for one yet?
I don't remember.
I don't think you did. I think this is our exact fourth drop. So, Lucian, it's your turn. What would you like to? Just wondrous items?
Yes.
All right.
Wondrous.
Go ahead and give me that D12, D100. All right. So we got a foot slot on a 94. Going back through the book. All right. So this is going to be lesser major.
Looking to get into the foot game.
94. Oh, holy shit. What the fuck are these? Give me a spellcraft check on these two. I feel like this is so in character for Lucian. All right. Lucian. This is what appears to be just a nice pair of light gray boots made of like a supple leather. But the more you stare, you realize that they fade in and out of existence. These are boots of teleportation. They're going to allow you to cast teleport 3 more times per day. So, if Lucian goes off in the future into a world-traveling area, it's basically like these badass boots going to bring him through. Unless someone else wants teleporting boots, but for now, I'm going to run one last ad. Thank you everybody who's watched and listened to all these announcements. I'm going to put up on Twitter just the rest of our schedule for the next few weeks, as there are some more changes. And I appreciate all our viewers, and I appreciate all the players tonight. Great game, guys. All right.
That was fun, man.
Cool. See you guys next time.